Giannis Antetokounmpo. The head coach of the Bucks is Mike Budenholzer.
All right, so Giannis averaging 40 points, 16 rebounds against the Bulls. He's attempting 13 free throw attempts per game against the Bulls. Remember, Bill, he really struggled in the game here at the United Center when he was missing free throw after free throw, and he failed to make some shots down the stretch. And he came back after the game and shot with his brother for about 30 minutes after the ball game. But again, the Bulls have had their way with the Bucks, but the rosters are different now because of injury to both teams.
But I can't remember. You said it was a game he just really struggled. I can't remember if that was the game he scored 36 or the game he scored 45.
Yeah, but I'm talking about down the stretch.
Yes, it was actually he missed 6 free throws coming down the stretch, and it was tough. The other game before that, he said it was 6 for 9. It was in the first game here. So anyway, he does struggle. He does come out, and he works on his game. And I'm going to be honest with you, he's a great ambassador of the NBA.
Yep.
What he does, I have not heard. And I don't want to like him. I'm old school. I don't want to like him because I believe in rivalries, and I believe you have to like the guys you're playing against. I've never heard one person say a bad word about Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Correct. I think he's great for the game. I love his joy. I love his passion. He is a genuine superstar in every sense of the word. And honestly, reminds me a lot of Steph Curry.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bill Wennington.
You too, Bill.
But you're absolutely right. And he is great for the game. And it's hard not to love him. And he's phenomenal.
6'5" guard from North Carolina, number 0, Kobe White. A 6'7" forward from Florida State, number 44, Patrick Williams. The man in the middle from USC and Montenegro, standing 6'11", number 9, Nikola Vucevic. From Chicago, a 6'4" guard, number 12, Ayo Dosunmu. And a 6'6" forward from UCLA, number 8, Zach LaVine.
And there's your starting lineup. Billy Donovan, Chicago Bulls. LaVine in the month of February, 26-5-3. He's made 24 of his last 26 free throws. And this month, Bill, and we've been talking about this all season, about the importance of LaVine going to the foul line. This month in February, he's averaging 8 free throw attempts per game.
Yeah, it is very important. And you know what? All the really great scorers get to the foul line, and the really, really great ones make their foul shots and add to their point totals. And I think every player, as they've been in the NBA, a great player figures it out and realizes that's going to be a big part of their game. Will it be Biggie Bagel, Dashing Donut, or Cuppy Coffee? Grab your phone and enter the Dunkin' Race in the Bulls app for a chance to win in tonight's race. Download the Bulls app to get ready, set, and go.
I see you're in mid-game form there, Bill.
Well, I did something different today before the game.
Well, you want to elaborate on that?
Absolutely. I went up to the atrium.
Yes.
And it really is a beautiful thing. I mean, it used to be outside back when I played here. That was outside. But it's inside. They got a DJ up there, and I took pictures with fans, and they had the trophies out there, the 6 Bulls trophies. And it's actually very festive and a lot of fun. And it's a great way to see a lot of Bulls fans. But I will admit, I did see a fair share of Milwaukee Bucks fans out there, and I had them escorted out of the building.
We're getting ready for Bulls ball, dressed in the black uniforms, pinstripes, red numbers, along with white lettering on the back, and the Bucks in the white, cream, and green. Patrick Williams getting ready for a night at the office against Giannis Antetokounmpo. Javon Carter out of Proviso East, and a really nice job of the backcourt for the Bucks. You think of Proviso East, Bill, you think of Doc Rivers and Michael Finley. And people always say, well, it's a basketball school. It really, in a sense, it is, but it isn't. There was a linebacker for the Packers, Ray Nitschke, okay? And he was a great football player, Hall of Fame player.
You're going back a couple of years.
Yeah, he was a great player for the Green Bay Packers during the Packer glory years of the 60s with Vince Lombardi and Bart Starr and whatnot. Nitschke went to Proviso East, okay, University of Illinois, as Vooch will jump it up with Brooke Lopez. Lopez averaging 14 points, 9 boards. Vooch had that double-double streak snapped last night against Indiana. He had 9 straight double-double games. He's still getting it done, though, averaging 18 and 13 this month. And the tip control by Milwaukee going right to left with Giannis. In backcourt to Drew Holiday. Holiday having another terrific season. He's an all-star. Holiday in the top 10 in assists, averaging 7 per game. Holiday holding and looking to go to Giannis on a clear out against Patrick Williams. Double on the ball from Ayo. And the right elbow, Javon Carter, foul line right, 15-footer short. Rebound Levine.
Very good defense, attentive, double team, and rotations.
Yes, very quick double team from Ayo on Giannis. In front, Vucevic fouls up a rainbow three. Got it.
And with that three-pointer, partner with LRS, the champions of the waste and recycling industry. Request a quote at lrsrecycles.com.
3-0 Bulls, 45 seconds in. Giannis downhill, dribble drive, comes up shooting, missing, tip no. And we are going to have a whistle and a foul on the Bulls as Giannis took that long stride just inside the foul line, threw it up off the glass bill, and then he got fouled by Vooch.
I tell you, I get to pick player of the game, and Zach had a big game. And I was thinking about picking Vooch, and I want him to do really well. And I think he's going to have a big game as well. But
hopefully he'll stay on the floor. Grayson Allen comes up shooting on the right wing for 3 off the mark. Rebound Bulls. Over the midcourt line, Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo got off to a great start last night against Indiana. Vooch to the rim. Shot rejected by Brook Lopez. Out of bounds, Lopez, one of the better shot blockers in the NBA. 136. He is third in the association, averaging just over 2 rejections per contest.
Yeah, I was listening to NBA radio the other day. A couple guys were talking about him maybe being in talk for Defensive Player of the Year.
I could see that circle left. Vooch comes up shooting and scoring again. And Vooch with a 5-0 lead over the Bucks.
That's my guy, Vooch.
Yeah. Holiday setting up Lopez. He's going to launch a 3 and makes it nothing but net.
Well, he wanted to answer that. He was practically calling for the ball the whole way down the floor.
He said a few words to Vooch. The big man getting it done beyond the arc. Kobe creating against Holiday. They go to Vooch. Wide open, a 3, no. Long rebound to Giannis. Giannis, the downhill dribble drive. Giannis beyond the 3-point stripe. Shovel handoff to Lopez. 3-ball up and good. We saw this, folks, in Milwaukee with Lopez nailing a couple of early threes.
Yep. And he looked over at Drew Holiday and says, I got this right now.
And turning the corner on the right baseline, Kobe White with a right-handed layup.
How about that for a drive to the bucket, sponsored by McGrath City Honda, McGrath Acura, downtown Chicago. When you do the math, you choose McGrath.
7-6. And make that Milwaukee's lead now as Holiday buried a 3, and it's 9-7, Bucks by 2. We have played 2.5 first quarter minutes here in Chicago. Our final game before the All-Star break. Dosunmu hides beyond a Vucevic screen. Mid-range jumper from 18 off the mark. Rebound Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo, averaging 32 on the season. Tied up on the baseline. Jump pass left side. Lopez. He's feeling it, and he misfired on a 3 from 26 feet on the left.
Yeah, he's firing him 2 to 3 feet behind the 3-point line.
Levine with a pull-up left wing 3. That's off the mark. Whatever happened to the mid-range game? Where's DeMar DeRozan when we need him? DeMar, by the way, averaging 39 against the Bucks. Not in uniform tonight. There's a foul line jumper by Javon Carter from 16 feet.
Yeah, that's just a simple play right there. Coming off a screen, top of the key. Bulls went under the screen, left Carter open 16 feet away.
11-7, Bucks, 8:44 left first. Levine works on Carter. Left-hand dribble with a spin. Circle right. And we've got a foul on Carter. Tony Brothers makes the call. Carter in a superb defensive player, undersized Bill, but he gets underneath the offensive player.
And he sacrifices his body. He's physical. He, as you say, he moves his feet very well, stays close to you. He's real pesty.
Vucevic works on Lopez with a spin to the rim. The fade from 5 off the mark. Rebound Giannis, averaging nearly 13 rebounds per game. Triple drive in the lane, out of control. Throws the ball, tracked down by Grayson Allen in the right corner to Carter with 11 on the clock, deep in the right corner. And the send out in front to Allen to Carter. Right side 3 up and good. And the Bucks who take 39 threes per game. They've got the mojo going. They're 4 of 6, and Billy Donovan has seen enough. Bucks 14, Bulls 7, 8:09 left first quarter on 670 The Score and your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Alex Caruso here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic. Look out usually means don't look or duck. It's hard to tell, like if you've been pulled over for DWI. If you say, I just had a few or a couple, the officer hears that you've had a whole lot more. You just might be better off being polite and saying no thanks. If you've been wrongly arrested, then call me in Houston at 713-524-1010 or visit texasdwilaw.com.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. Raise a fine glass of wine to your sweetheart and the environment. First, don't get hung up on packaging. Many great wines now come in boxes, which produce half the overall emissions that bottles do. Also, cardboard is just as easily recycled as glass. Finally, look for estate wines, where all grapes are grown on the vineyard and not trucked in from distant locations. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Odyssey celebrates Black History Month all month long. We're honoring the triumphs and struggles of Black Americans throughout U.S. history.
Black History Month.
Black History Month.
By celebrating the moments, the icons, the music, the sports icons, and the podcasts that matter, like Black Voices and Inspiration and the Beyond Black History Month podcast. So join us as Odyssey celebrates Black History Month. Just download the free Odyssey app. That's AUDACY. Or find more at odyssey.com/Black History Month.
Join the Bulls at BMO on February 26th for the Bulls Kid Nation game. Arrive early for an atrium party with the Bulls entertainment performances, a Benny the Bulls photo opportunity, and more. For tickets and to join Bulls Kid Nation, visit bulls.com/Kid Nation. And I just posted on Instagram. I was out there today. There's a big party out there. It's kind of fun, actually. I might have to go up there and get my pregame on from now on.
Yeah, why not, Bill?
That's, I might have a little more fun during the broadcast with you, buddy.
Sean Sears, Adam Stasinski, Tyler Butaball,
doozy.
Rich White, who has to put up with Bill shenanigans every game. We love you, Rich. Where would we be without Rich White, Bill?
I'd be stuck in Indianapolis. Drove me home.
Maybe that's not a bad thing.
Oh.
Milwaukee 14-7 over the Bulls. Red hot shooting for the Bucks. 4 of 6. 35% on the season for Milwaukee. But as we mentioned, they take 39 threes per game after the timeout. Dosumu, and they go to Vooch mid-post right on a clear-out against Brook Lopez. Left-hand dribble with the spin outside semicircle. Tied up by Lopez. Tough turnaround, 12-footer off the mark. Rebound Bucks. I'll tell you, Lopez is a very gifted defensive player.
Yes.
Giannis, left side three, no. Rebound Bulls, down the floor to Ayo. Drops a bounce pass to Vooch. Vooch at the foul line. Right side, Williams. The jumper up and good from three-point range on the wing.
It's a big shot right there. Bulls hit a couple threes here now in early going, but the problem is Milwaukee's already hit 4.
I'll tell you what, I'd let Giannis just launch threes all he wants.
I agree.
Lopez takes Vooch to the rim and a left-handed slam right through the paint, Bill.
And there was no speed in that. It was just a power stretch move, and he got there.
Yep. Dosumu, stop and go, dribble drive, left angle, off the window and out. Picked up off the floor by Lopez with the touch pass to Giannis. The swing out, right corner, Carter with a catch and shoot, and a three ball is good. In the far corner, Javon Carter with his second three. That's the 5th of the night for the Bucks. And Milwaukee up by 9, just like that, 19-10.
You know, it must be nice. They have guys who can shoot threes, and they got Giannis and Brook Lopez who can hang on the boards and be there in transition.
Kobe off the screen from Vooch. No good from 16 feet. Giannis, the pitch out. Wide open. Allen, top side three. And Milwaukee can do no wrong from three-point range as Grayson Allen with a big splash. The Bucks are 6 of 9 from 3.
Well, they got guys who can shoot threes around Giannis' penetration. You got to look at Giannis' number.
And Patrick Williams from 27 in front, no good. And the Bulls are playing right into the Bucks' hands here, trying to match threes for threes. Allen left corner 3. No. Bounced off the rim. Rebound Williams, averaging 4 per game. It's 22-10 Bucks. 5:55 left first. Vucevic at the foul line. They go to Williams. Dribble drive on the left with a pull-up using the window. No. Tipped by Vuce. No. And his pass goes out of bounds at midcourt. It's going to be Milwaukee ball.
Yeah, he was trying to clear it quickly to get a three-point shot, but unfortunately there was no one there. And we had our first sub of the game for the Bulls as Dalen Terry and Andre Drummond are checking in the game. Want to remind everybody, substitution sponsored by Remy Martin, official spirit of Bulls Radio. Team up for excellence.
Dalen Terry now playing in his 23rd game, his 3rd straight. Had a season high in minutes, 15 last night. Scoreless, couple of rebounds and 1 block. Drew Holiday picks it up to Joe Ingles. Ingles in his first season with the Bucks after suffering ACL with the Jazz. Nice pass inside Holiday to Lopez with the layup. Count it and a foul.
See, that's tough. Lopez snuck under the baseline and was just kind of waiting for that pass. And as we're getting ready for foul shots, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Chicago Bulls basketball on The Score and Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Lawrence Holmes here. We've got your Bulls talk on Bernstein and Holmes, 10 a.m. until 2 on The Score, and always live on the free Odyssey app. WSCR and HD Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
We have Malcolm Hill coming on. We have not seen Malcolm. This is only his 5th game of the year. He has spent the majority of this season in the G League with the Windy City Bulls from the University of Illinois. Had a cup of coffee with the Atlanta Hawks a couple of years ago, 25-10. Milwaukee by 15. Levine pressured by Holiday. Levine triple drive on Lopez with the fade, and off the window is good in the paint from 2 feet.
Nice play right there. It kind of cleared the lane. That was just one-on-one with the big fellow Lopez. Was able to create a little space leaning back.
Here's Holiday, straight on, 3-ball, way off the mark. Rebound Bulls. It's 25-12 Milwaukee. Under 5 minutes already here opening quarter. Levine handling the mark, stop and go against Wesley Matthews. Baseline left fade, no. Raise the rim. Rebound Lopez with the handoff to Ingles. Left corner now, holding, looking is Beauchamp. In front to Lopez, another 3, missed. Hit front iron, and the long board comes out to Kobe White. White terminates the dribble. They go to Levine about 28 feet away on the right side, picked up by Joe Ingles. Levine, dribble drive. They go to Kobe, circle left to the rack, jump pass right corner. Dalen Terry, 4-3. Bam! Dalen Terry, 4-3.
That's some nice ball movement right there. A little draw and kick. Dalen Terry wide open in the corner, just waiting. I love it.
His 2nd NBA 3 in 9 attempts. Lopez in the paint against Drummond, and a blocking foul on Andre. 25-15, Milwaukee by 10. 4:06 left here in the first quarter. Bulls shooting 35%. Milwaukee at 52%. And Lopez at the line shooting 2. Lopez on the year at 78%.
Want to remind everybody when there's a turnover forced by the Bulls, brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers, reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Lopez misfired on the front end of a 2-shot foul. Milwaukee only 73% at the foul line. Lopez spins that ball, and the free throw is up and good. Just saw his twin brother Rolo the other night in Cleveland. 26-15 Milwaukee. Of course, the 2 brothers were teammates a couple of years ago with the Milwaukee organization.
Yes.
Kobe leans over the bounce, turns the corner. Nice pass inside Drummond. Jump hook, right hand on Lopez. No. Lopez brings it down, and for Brook Lopez, that's going to be his 3rd rebound to go along with 12 points. Joe Ingles with a wraparound dribble. Ingles creating. Ingles jump pass right side. Beauchamp in the paint. The kick out. Ingles, the lefty for three. No. Rebounded by Hill. You got Levine, Hill, Drummond, Terry on the floor in white. Malcolm Hill up top to Drummond, left side. Kobe with 13 on the clock. 3:22 left. First, deep in the paint. Kobe, the fade, baseline right. Rolled off the iron and out. Rebound, Ingles, and Milwaukee in transition, going right to left. Drew Holiday, staggered drive with a spin. Inside pass and two-handed stuff. Brooke Lopez on a delivery by Drew Holiday, and Billy Donovan calls his second time out of the quarter with 3:05 remaining. 28-15, first quarter action here on 670 The Score and your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fan, Ira the Sumo here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network and the Odyssey app.
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic. Never believe anybody who says their horse doesn't kick. The same logic applies to anyone who says the police, their breath test, and their blood test machines don't make mistakes. If you've been wrongly arrested, then call me in Houston at 713-524-1010. Put it in your cell phone, 713-524-1010, or visit texasdwilaw.com.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things for our planet. Raise a fine glass of wine to your sweetheart and the environment. First, don't get hung up on packaging. Many great wines now come in boxes, which produce half the overall emissions that bottles do. Also, cardboard is just as easily recycled as glass. Finally, look for estate wines, where all grapes are grown on the vineyard and not trucked in from distant locations. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
The 23rd Annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Thanks for streaming The Score.
Mully and Haw, Chicago's #1 most listened to sports morning show, 5:30 till 10 a.m.
Poor leadership has gotten in the way of a football organization that hasn't won a championship since 1985. This is a seismic change at Hallis Hall. Huge.
To bring in someone that has the resume that Kevin Warren has is a really good sign.
Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 till 10 a.m. on Chicago Sports Radio 670 The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Bulls fans, you don't need to be at the game to enter tonight's 50-50 raffle. Winners can take home half the pot, with the other half benefiting Chicago Bulls charities. The winner will be picked at the end of the third quarter. So visit bulls.com/5050 to enter now.
Phil, it appears that you've taken some courses at Northwestern, theatrical courses, your delivery.
I'm just trying to spice it up here
how
a
would
little
you
bit.
announce the five on the floor for the Bulls?
Well, the man with the hair, Kobe White, at the point guard position. Dalen Terry in the backcourt to help him out. Malcolm Hill up front, small forward. Bulls got a little lineup in, and the big man, Andre Drummond, to round it out with Zach LaVine in the front court.
Very nice. Well, something that's not so nice is the fact that Milwaukee has drained 6 threes. And the Bucks with Beauchamp.
Yep.
That's Marshawn Beauchamp, 6'7" rookie from the Ignite. That's the G League team.
Yep. Bulls have not taken a foul shot yet in the first quarter with 2:55 left.
Levine goes far corner. Malcolm Hill for 3. No, way off the mark. Rebound Ingles. 28-15 Bucks, 2:45 left. Milwaukee trailing Boston by a full game of the East. Celtics have the night off. Ingles flies in with a left-hand layup attempt. No, the back tap controlled by the Bulls. White down the floor to Levine. Dribble drive to the rack. Count it to the foul and second check and the one.
And I love that. You got to find a way to score against this Milwaukee team. Very good half-court defensive team. Zach LaVine taking it upon himself, just pushing the pace, attacking the rim in transition. getting a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, we got Dosunmu re-entering the ball game for Kobe. Kobe leaves a couple of points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was terrific last night in a loss, 25 points, season high, 5 threes, season high. Levine at the foul line up and good, rattle it home. And Zach Levine now from the foul line. He's in a great zone. He's 25 of his last 28. Over the midcourt line, it's Drew Holiday. Holiday weaving to his right, sprays out, and then we have an offensive foul on the Bucks. I think they're going to call this on Wesley Matthews. Illegal screen.
I was going to say, he's moving a little bit. He pushed him out.
28-18, Milwaukee by 10. They've led by as many as 15. Bulls in the first couple of minutes had a 5-point cushion, but the Bucks went deep, and they went deep often. And they're up by 10 right now with 2:20 to go first quarter. With Levine over the 8-second line. Dances off wide to the right against Ingles. Lines up a 3. No. Rebound. Milwaukee, and it's Matthews, the veteran out of Marquette. Holiday, the high-low feed, the Lopez, turns, shoots, rimmed out, and a foul on Malcolm Hill. In fact, what's interesting, Bill, Jay Crowder, who played ball at Marquette with Matthews, and the triplet that played with them in Marquette back in the day for Buzz Williams, Jimmy Butler. So Brooke Lopez at the line. You know what, Bill, we kind of get lost because we think of Lopez starting his career with the Nets. You know, he had a cup of coffee for 1 year with the Lakers.
Oh, he did, yes. You're right. You do forget about that.
Yep. They're going to wave off the made free throw. They got to get the players on the box, Bill. You know, you're not allowed to, like, just leave the lane. You're going to have a...
Yep, and you have to be there.
Just like you, Bill. You just can't leave the broadcast table.
Yeah, actually, I can.
Free throw missed by Lopez.
Bulls do have 5 assists on 7 buckets right now.
Now we got changes coming in. Williams returns. Vucevic returns. White is back, joining Dale and Terry. And Ayo Dosunmu, Milwaukee going with Giannis, along with Ingles, Lopez, Carter, and Beauchamp.
And substitution sponsored by Remy Martin, official spirit of Bulls Radio. Team up for excellence.
Lopez makes 1 of 2, and he's off to a terrific start for the Bucks. 15 points, 3 boards, and a block. 29-18 Milwaukee. A very undermanned Bulls roster tonight. Vooch picks up the bounce with a handoff to Kobe White. White circle left. Bounce pass inside Vooch. Push shot with the right hand, short from 11. Rebound Milwaukee.
Vooch hit his first shot. He's 2 of 7 now.
Yeah. Giannis, circle left, works it, stop and go, splits the defense. The toss out to Lopez. Far corner, Ingles, open 3, no. Weak side rebound, Ayo Dosunmu with the outlet to Dale and Terry. Works on Lopez to the rack, blocked by Lopez. He got all ball. And here come the Bucks in transition. Giannis to the rim, and he floats it in through the cylinder with a right-hand layup.
You know that song MC Hammer, and I can't touch this?
Yes.
And when Giannis is going downhill like that, you can't stop that.
No, you can't. Here's Kobe with a pull-up. 17-footer topside up and good off of Vucevic's screen. 31-20 Bucks, under a minute to go. Milwaukee shooting 50%, the Bulls 32%. Giannis against Vooch to the rim with a sky hook with a right hand, no. Tipped in the air. Beauchamp pulls it down. Left corner Carter for 3. Got it. And Javon Carter is 3 for 3 from 3-point range. He's got 11 in the quarter.
And that's second chance points right there. I told you this is a very good rebounding team. You got to box out.
So Javon Carter loving that home cooking here at the United Center. And a runner on the left angle by Kobe. Up and good from 7 feet left to the lane. 34-22 Milwaukee with 20 seconds left here in the first quarter with Giannis Antetokounmpo with a standing dribble on the right. He's got 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 points here in the first quarter. Line to the lane. Giannis with a left-handed dunk. And they're going to wave that off. Rodney Mott with a call.
Yep, offensive foul.
Yeah, used his
push off
elbow.
Yep. Bulls do have 5 assists on now 9 field goals. Remind everybody, Assist, sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, assisting members with their finances for over 80 years. GLCU.org.
So Levine over the timeline against Javon Carter to the rim. Another block for Lopez. And yet a foul. Tony Brothers has called this, and Lopez, along with the Bucks in disbelief, and Mike Budenholzer is having a seat to our right, shaking his head. Lopez spiked that ball, but it's going to be a foul on the Bucks. On Javon Carter, his second. That's going to put Levine at the line, shooting 2. 3 seconds left first quarter, 34-22 Bucks. Free throw up and good by Levine. Bill, I'll tell you what, maybe in the second quarter you can just go through the Eastern Conference standings a little bit for our listeners so the Bulls fans have an idea of what they're going to have to accomplish in post-All-Star break regarding the seeds and how things are stacked up right now in the East.
Absolutely. Well, I'll start off by saying the team we're playing tonight is pretty good.
Levine again at the line up and good. 3 seconds left. 34-24. Milwaukee by 10. From midcourt to Holiday. Good if it goes off the mark. We go to period number 2. Bucks by 10 on 670 The Score. Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, DeMar DeRozan here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic.
Join us in Atlanta on February 28th for Bloomberg's Intelligent Automation Briefing about transformation in a time of uncertainty. During this special evening event, top business and IT executives will gather to explore ways in which intelligent automation can offset economic pressures and help organizations thrive by enhancing operational efficiencies and stakeholder value. This program is proudly sponsored by IBM. Register at bloomberglive.com/automation/radio.
Soft landing path, perhaps, but you heard talk yesterday about perhaps half point, Fed increases to come.
On Dante, but he got fouled by Scott, and that for Dante Scott is number 2. Now, if Dante
songs that were streamed. We'll say the top 3 songs streamed.
Value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Hello.
Bulls trail the Bucks by 10, 32-24 after the opening frame. The Bucks are now the 11.5-point favorites. Over under up a point now at 231.5. Those are your courtside odds presented by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you are winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly. And hi, Bill. Back over to you and Chuck.
Yeah. Alyssa,
it's not our fault, Alyssa. Rich was telling me to talk, and I'm like, it's not my turn. Alyssa,
it's not Rich's fault.
Alyssa,
we're all at All-Star break already.
Alyssa, I can't take Bill anywhere. Seriously.
No, Alyssa, it's not that he can't. He doesn't. Anyway, Charlie, you wanted to know about the seedings in the Eastern Conference. Obviously, Milwaukee's in the second seed. Boston's in the first right now. But let's talk about the play-in game, the last 6 spots. Miami Heat's in the 7th, Atlanta Hawks in the 8th, Toronto Raptors in the 9th, Washington Wizards in the 10th, Bulls are in the 11th, and Indiana's in the 12th. And the Bulls right now are a game and a half behind Washington in that 10th spot. Washington right now has 30 losses. The Bulls have 32 losses. That's really the number you got to look at right now because you can't get those back. You can always win another game, but you can't get back a loss. So Bulls are really going to have to start winning some basketball games here if they want to start to climb up to get into a playoff spot or a play-in game.
Yep. Kobe White against Giannis Antetokounmpo to start the second quarter. They go to Aldo Sumu. Milwaukee has gone zone. Here's a left wing three by Patrick Williams, and he dials it up and puts it down.
It's a big shot right there. And with that three-pointer, make every three-pointer you shoot by partnering with LRS for your disposal needs. Learn more at lrsrecycles.com.
Javon Carter almost dragged that pivot foot. He gives it back in front to Giannis. Right side, Carter with a crossover. Off the jumper, misfired. Khalik Jones, the rookie out of Louisville, is on the floor for the second time in his NBA career. He has a bucket, and it was scored in Paris. Dribble drive at the right baseline. Io, left side. Jones, dribble drive in the lane. Bounce pass, right corner. Patrick Williams to Vooch. Milwaukee in a 2-3 zone. 4 on the clock. Kobe to the rim. Up, no. Rebound, and it goes out of bounds.
Giannis is hurt.
Yep. We had Kobe underneath the rim, and we got Giannis underneath the rim, both on the floor.
Kobe's hurt too. Oh, Giannis came down on top of Kobe. They both came down on the corner of the basket stanchion.
Yeah. 1 minute into the second quarter here. 34-27, Bulls chipping away at the Bucks lead, who led by as many as 15 in the first quarter. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Winnington, Alyssa Bergamini. What did you see there, Bill?
Props to both Giannis and Kobe. I didn't think they were going to get there. They were down pretty hard on top of each other. Props, they're both up and running.
On the inbounds, it goes to Williams. Slides in the lane. Using the left hand, draws a foul on Matthews. And Williams at the line shooting two. Bulls going with Vucevic, White, Khalik Jones, Aldo Sumu. As the Bulls again playing without DeMar DeRozan tonight. No Derek Jones Jr., no Alex Caruso. Williams at the stripe. And the first of two up and good.
I want to remind everybody when there's a turnover forced by the Bulls, brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers, reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
$34-28 Bucks. Another free throw by Williams. In and out, stays out. Rebound, Milwaukee. Williams played 29 minutes last night. Had 11 points, couple of boards, 2 assists against the Pacers. Allen turns, gives it up to Carter, in front to Lopez. The return pass, Javon Carter crossing over, stumbles, gives it up to Brooke Lopez. Comes up shooting and scoring on a foul by Khalik Jones.
Charlie, I want to mention that while I was doing that read, Giannis left the court and walked out towards the locker room. So, even though he got up, he was shaking his wrist a little bit.
Well, apparently they're going to change this call to Io. So Lopez again up and good. Brooke Lopez has been a dominating force here in the first half of the Bucks. He has a game-high 18 of Milwaukee's 37 points. Bucks lead 37-28. We have played 90-second second quarter at the United Center, where the Bulls are 16-12. Khalik Jones off the screen from Vooch. Dribble drive in the paint with a spin, setting up Vooch. And Vooch passed up an open three. They go to Williams. And the rainbow jumper up and good. Patrick Williams with another three ball.
That was a big shot. He didn't want to shoot. He wanted to drive, but he realized the shot clock was going down.
That's his third triple. He's got 10. 37-31. Bulls within 6. Grayson Allen driving to the paint on Kobe White. Up good. Full hang time by Grayson Allen. Used the glass, protected the ball on the release. 39-31 Milwaukee. Kobe White sees an opening. Over the shoulder pass to Vooch. Left side, Khalik Jones. Left wing three. No. Rebound, Grayson Allen. Allen, the veteran out of Duke, began his NBA career with Utah. Jumper up and good on the right side.
Just came down. Had Carlik Jones was waiting for him at the three-point line. He's got to get out a little closer.
42-31 Milwaukee. Dosunmu with a floater with right hand up and good. Ayo Dosunmu headed to the Rising Stars game. All-Star weekend. Dosunmu with his first two in 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's a big shot right there, and had Vooch roll into the basket to keep the defense away from him. I love it.
42-33 Bucks. 3 minutes gone by second quarter. Allen comes up shooting on Kobe White, and a left wing jumper way off the mark. Rebound Vucevic. Vooch with his fifth board. Kobe creating, belt high, left hand dribble at the foul line. Vooch, right side, open three. No, hit the heel and tracked down in backcourt, far corner by Javon Carter. Vucevic now 2 of 8 and 1 of 3 beyond the arc. He's got 5 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. Carter peels off the screen topside from Lopez. Lopez with the touch. The handoff to Ingles, probing inside with a left-hand layup. That's his natural hand.
Yep.
And it was way too easy in the paint for Joe Ingles.
Yeah, he does. Well, he had Brook Lopez on the other side of the court going down with a little shimmy. Froze the Bulls defense.
And Dosunmu to the rim, shot rejected by Lopez, his third block on the game. And then they feed the big man who buries a three. He's got 21 in the ball game. Brook Lopez with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 3 block shots, and Milwaukee up 47-33, 7:56 and running here in the first half. White with the Euro step. Kobe, hang time, up good from 4 feet in the lane.
Brook Lopez is shooting that three ball a good 3 feet past the three-point line. He's just, wow.
Yes.
He's just having fun out there. He's just looking at people like, hey, I'm just going to shoot it.
Yep. We gave him some love on the big board tonight.
You did.
Top side jumper off the mark by Lopez from 27 feet in front. It rolls out of bounds in the far corner, and we're going to have a timeout. With the score, Milwaukee 47 and the Bulls 35 with 7:31 left here in the first half, led by the 21 of Brook Lopez. Let's take a break. 670 the score, Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ayo to the rack and a right-handed dunk, going coast to coast.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic. Look out usually means don't look or duck. It's hard to tell, like if you've been pulled over for DWI. If you say, I just had a few or a couple, the officer hears that you've had a whole lot more. You just might be better off being polite and saying no thanks. If you've been wrongly arrested, then call me in Houston at 713-524-1010 or visit texasdwilaw.com.
Evan Mack talks with Matt Hardy.
There's nothing like a wrestling fan, for better or for worse. How do you handle that, though? We're talking about people talking about your family, what they don't know about your family or your brother or you. How does one handle that on a day-to-day basis?
Something I joke about with the Young Bucks all the time. I said, if you would vanity search Matt Hardy on Twitter, I said, after you got to go 100 replies, you're going to quit the business and never be seen again. It's just, you just learn to deal with it. You know what I mean?
It's the Kick Rocks Wrestling Podcast with Evan T. Mack. Subscribe now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The 23rd Annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
March 3rd is the City Edition night by Klarna. Benny the Bull will wear his new shoes designed by Don C. And fans can get exclusive giveaways at the Klarna Concierge on the concourse. For tickets, visit bulls.com.
Now, Bill, you have brought your A game tonight. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Wennington, Alyssa Bergamini, Rich Wyatt spinning the dials. Can't do it without the fine professionalism of Sean Sears, Adam Stasinski, Tyler Buterbaugh, and it's 47-35 Milwaukee.
Well, Milwaukee's shooting 51% from the floor. Everyone pretty much shooting the ball well. The news about Milwaukee right now is Giannis left the game with 9:20. He's only played 9:20. Went to the back and was holding his wrist. Have not heard anything since then, but he kind of went down and had his hand on the stanchion, and that's the hand he was holding. So I don't know if he got caught in the corner or.
Dalen Terry throws the ball at midcourt to Carly Jones. Jones, Terry, Dosumu, Drummond, and Levine. Again, a watered-down roster tonight because of injuries. Dosumu works on Allen again. Milwaukee looks like they've gone now, to a 2-1-2, Bill?
Yep.
Terry on a pump. Gives it up right corner to Iowa. 4 on the clock. Comes up shooting. 16-footer on the right side. Nope. Rebound, Grayson Allen stolen from behind by Dalen Terry. And they go to Carly Jones. Dribble drop at the right side, sealed off by Sandro Mamukilishvili. Out of Seton Hall, former Co-East Big Player of the Year. Carly Jones, no. Loose ball picked up by Sandro Mamukilishvili from the Republic of Georgia. Grew up as idolizing former NBA player in Zaza Pachulia.
Wow.
Mamukilishvili, top side three, no. Rebound Bulls, 47-35, Milwaukee. Dribble drive, Levine to the rim, no. Pulled down by Mamukilishvili, and over the timeline, it is Grayson Allen in the near corner. 6:20 left. Second quarter, Allen in the paint. A lob to the rim, intended for Mamukilishvili, and it's knocked away by the Bulls off Mamukilishvili out of bounds.
You're having so much fun with that name. I'm just going to call him number 54.
Okay, do that. Out of Seton Hall. You went to Seton Hall, Bill.
Yes, I know.
Who? In the right corner, Dalen Terry for three. Hit right iron, no. Followed up as missed to the rim, and the finish. Dalen Terry always providing energy and enthusiasm. You gotta love it, Bill.
Mark Bryant went to Seton Hall.
I thought you were going to talk about Arturas Karnisovas.
He did. He did go to Seton Hall too.
How would they turn around, jump around Levine? No. Rebound Bulls, 47-37. Bucks by 10. 5:40 left, second quarter. Levine, circle left. Gives it up right side. Dalen Terry, dribble drive to the rim. And the finish. Dalen Terry, put him in the hole. Put him in the Hall of Fame. You got to love Dalen Terry. I'll tell you what, Bill, I just love the kid's bounce. I love the juice.
I agree, 100%. And I'm happy and excited he's getting an opportunity to play here.
Green, right corner, and the jumper by Inglesnow. Pulled down by Mamukilishvili, and they go to Drew Holiday with a handoff to Green. Top side three, up and good. A.J. Green, the 6'5 rookie out of northern Iowa, and he can flat out shoot. Trust me, folks. If he was on a roster low in the standings, he'd be getting a lot of burn. He's a good-looking prospect. Drummond had the ball squared off his hands, taken away by Ingles. Ingles over the midcourt line, 50-39, Milwaukee. Ingles to Mamukilishvili on a pump with a handoff to Allen on the right elbow. Left-hand dribble drive deep in the lane. Puts on the brakes into travel.
Yep. And want to remind everybody,
yes,
turnovers forced by the Bulls, brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers, reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
50-39, Bucks, 4:34 to go. Any word yet on Giannis, Bill, who hit the floor hard in a collision with Kobe White underneath the rim to our right?
Nope.
Here's Levine. Stop and go. Change of direction. A little hang time on Mamukilishvili. And a foul, putting Zach at the line for two. Javon Carter pops off the bench. He's going to return for the Bucks. 4:18 to play first half.
Bulls do have 8 assists on 15 baskets here tonight. Want to remind everybody that Bulls assists are sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union, assisting members with their finances for over 80 years. GLCU.org.
Again, no DeMar DeRozan tonight. And for the Bucks, no Chris Middleton, no Pat Connaughton, no Bobby Portis. And free throw up and good by Levine. So the Bulls going with Drummond, Levine, Terry, Jones, and Dosumu. Dalen Terry has played 9 minutes, 7 points, and a rebound. You know what, Bill? And again, I'm not the coach. I'm just the broadcaster. I stay in that lane. But it sure is fun to see Dalen Terry on the floor.
Oh, it's absolutely fun to see him on the floor. And this is a great game to see him on the floor. Again, Milwaukee's a great basketball team, and unfortunately the Bulls are shorthanded. But if he can play well against this team, that's saying something.
Yep. Drew Holiday against Terry with a spin to the rim. Up, got it. How in the world did he get that? I thought he was just hacked and fouled.
He was. Dalen Terry did a great job. Spun him back into Andre Drummond, and somehow he went up through Drummond.
Holiday with 5 points, 5 assists. Here's Levine navigating his way to the rim. No on a runner. Offensive rebound. Drummond, and he puts it in with the right hand in the semicircle. For Andre Drummond, 52-43. Milwaukee, a pull-up left side three up and good by Holiday. And for Drew Holiday, his second three ball, give him 8. And for the Bucks, there's 11-3.
There's a little show up by Holiday looking at Dalen Terry, who was getting ready to play tough defense on him. He just looked at him and shot it.
Terry creating against Mamukelishvili. Cross court, left side, Levine. 3-ball good.
I want to remind everybody the second quarter is sponsored by Roofers and Waterproofers, Local 11. Find highly skilled roofing contractors at ChicagoRoofingContractors.org. And we got a timeout on the floor. Bulls are down 55-46 with 3:10 left here in the second quarter. We'll be back right after this on Chicago Bulls basketball on the score on Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Billy Donovan here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball.
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic. When a running horse gets to the edge of a cliff, it's too late to say, whoa. The same's true if you drink too much and drive. Either way, you're going off a cliff. But if you drank responsibly and were wrongly arrested, then call me here in Houston at 713-524-1010. Put it in your cell phone, 713-524-1010, or visit TexasDWILaw.com.
The 23rd annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Secrets, cover-ups, and strange phenomena.
UFOs and ideas that challenge reality itself.
My name is George Knapp. I dig into news stories that others can't or won't.
I'm Jeremy Corbell, and for some reason, people tell me things they probably shouldn't. And this is Weaponized. Follow and listen to Weaponized, the presentation of Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, Dark Horse Entertainment, and Cadence 13 Studios. Available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your shows.
My local bank got bought. My account was messed up when they converted.
Sounds like you're ready to try my bank, Marquette Bank. They're a local bank with personal service and the digital banking stuff. Zelle, mobile banking, online banking, 40,000 free ATMs nationwide. Plus, they're always supporting local causes in our community.
When you bank with Marquette Bank, good things happen for you and your neighborhood. Marquette Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Love where you bank.
And we're back at the United Center. Bulls down 9-55-46.
Hey, Bill, we
received
word that Giannis out for the game with a right wrist injury.
Yes, we just got word that he fell down. When he went down on the Kobe White block shot, kind of fell on the stands and put his hand to try and brace his fall right on the corner, and somehow maybe got twisted or fell on it. And unfortunately, he will not be back here tonight. It's time for our league leaders, brought to you locally by Leader Automotive Group. Visit leaderauto.com. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, Brook Lopez got hot early, 3 of 6 from behind the three-point line, 7 of 10. He's got 21 to lead all scorers in the game. And Zach LaVine for the Bulls has 12 on 3 of 8 shooting. Those are our league leaders, brought to you locally by Leader Automotive Group.
Halftime, our guest, Cody Westerlin of 670thescore.com and 670 The Score, flagship station for Bulls Ball, sponsored by Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Weddington, along with Alyssa Bergametti, sideline right. Brook Lopez on the floor with a 21-4 game. They get A.J. Green. Green holds and looks. Puts it on the deck against Levine. They feed left block. Holiday double on the ball. Green in front. Mamukelishvili. Dribble drive on the right. Now underneath the Green. He got stripped and stolen by Patrick Williams. The Bulls are battling back, down 55-46. And Milwaukee will have to play the rest of the game without Giannis. Carlik Jones, a curl move, hits the floor and fouled and will shoot 2. Carlik Jones went to Radford, transferred to Louisville, and he's headed to Vegasville after the ball game because during the All-Star weekend, they're going to have a G League showcase, and he has earned that right with his exceptional play with the Windy City Bulls.
I went and saw him play a couple of times, and when you see it, he is very quick with the basketball, has great burst of speed. And the only knock I have against him or anything is he's a little bit short.
Well, thanks a lot.
He's on the smaller side, and I don't know if I had that read tonight. For the smallest Bulls fan in your life, it's not there.
Carlik makes 1 of 2. 55-47. Drew Holiday. Met over the backcourt, left forecourt by Kobe White. Holiday sizes up Kobe, circle right, 18-footer is good. You can't give Drew Holiday that amount of space, Bill.
No, you can't. And they went under and then didn't close out at all. And he was kind of looking a little surprised himself.
Holiday becomes the third double-figure scorer on the night for the Bucks, who lead by 10 with 2:18 left, second quarter. Levine with a nasty crossover on Green. Jump pass, left side, Kobe. Kobe gives it up to Jones. Jones rises up, puts it on the deck, terminates the dribble, has to force up the jumper, hit the heel. Nope. Rebound, Brooke Lopez. That's his 5th.
And there are 2 minutes left in the half, sponsored by Insure on the Spot. Start saving today with Chicagoland's #1 auto insurance agency.
Mamukelishvili with an offensive rebound after the missed shot by Green. Dribble drive, Holiday, left quarter. Mamukelishvili hit left iron and out. Rebound, Vucevic to Zach Levine. 57-47 Bucks. Levine on the left elbow, dribble drive, foul line left. On a post up on the left block against Green. Let's see what Zach creates here with 10 on the clock. Circle left, the fade, the fire, 17-footer, rattles home and knocks it down.
A nice play right there. Really couldn't get anything going, but then Booch came down, set a nice screen for him. He came off that screen, and there was nobody there.
Give Zach 14 in the ball game. Holiday comes up shooting right side 3. No, rebound Levine, 57-49. In favor of the Bucks, Bulls ball dressed in the black and thin pinstripes. They go to Booch. Cross court to Kobe. Kobe with a wraparound dribble drop off Vucevic screen in the paint. Got tied up, forced it up, running out. Rebound Carter. 57-49 Milwaukee, under a minute to go here in the second quarter at the United Center in Chicago. Carter with that high yo-yo right-hand dribble at the foul line. Works on Carlik Jones. Kills the dribble on a pass off to Green. Hits the floor to foul.
And Carlik just got a little excited with defense. He's playing great defense, but a little pump fake by Carter got him up in the air, and he just had nowhere to come down except on top of Carter. So
this is going to be side out of bounds. Javon Carter will put the ball in play. Carter has spent some time with Phoenix, along with the Nets and Memphis. And he got picked up last year by the Bucks, and he has been outstanding. 57-49 Milwaukee. And Holiday is a swing motion.
Oh, wow.
And he is fouled on the play by Ayo. So for Ayo, that will be his second. We got free throws coming up.
That's second to last 2 minutes. But Holiday didn't even shoot the ball. He just ripped it through, knew the foul was going to be called, and just turned and looked. Like, okay, I'm going to the foul line. Yep, mine there.
And he gets 2 free throws, and the first of 2 up and good for Holiday.
And you could really tell veteran players that know how to play the game, that use the game and all the rules in the game to benefit them. And that's a Holiday move right there. Just saw that Ayo had his hands out. And Holiday just took advantage. Says, I'm going to swing through those and get some free points.
Yep. Holiday makes the free throws. His older brother, Justin, the former Bull, he got bought out. He just signed with Dallas. Here's Levine, right side jumper for 3. No. And long rebound to Ayo with 11 on the shot clock. Dribble drive, Williams on a post up. Tried it up and under. Double on the ball. Throws it way out to the right side. Kobe, deep 3. That won't fall. Rebound Green with a handoff to Ingles with 13 seconds remaining in the first half. 59-49 Milwaukee. Again, the Bucks will play the rest of the game without Giannis Antetokounmpo, who suffered a right wrist injury. Deep in the lane, and a little floater with the right hand up and good by Brooke Lopez with 23 on the night. Kobe just inside the midcourt from 45 feet off the mark. Halftime 61-49 Bucks on 670 The Score. Your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Right side boots. Three ball. Bam!
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic. When a running horse gets to the edge of a cliff, it's too late to say, whoa. The same's true if you drink too much and drive. Either way, you're going off cliff. But if you drank responsibly and were wrongly arrested, then call me here in Houston at 713-524-1010. Put it in your cell phone, 713-524-1010, or visit texasdwilaw.com.
The 23rd Annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Secrets, cover-ups, and strange phenomena.
UFOs and ideas that challenge reality itself.
My name is George Knapp. I dig into news stories that others can't or won't.
I'm Jeremy Corbell, and for some reason, people tell me things they probably shouldn't. And this is Weaponized. Follow and listen to Weaponized, a presentation of Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, Dark Horse Entertainment, and Cadence 13 Studios. Available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your shows.
Dell Technologies President's Day business event starts now with deals to power America's doers and dreamers. Save on select performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for President's Day deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Lowe's always has more ways for you to save. On top of our everyday low prices, pros can save big when buying in bulk. Or if your purchase is over $1,500, ask about our volume savings program. A pro associate can provide a customized quote. Ask about our volume savings programs today. It always pays to be a pro at Lowe's. While supplies last, minimum purchase required. Selection varies by location. Lowe's reserves the right to limit quantities. Volume discount pricing quotes are valid up to 7 days. Visit your local pro desk to learn more and start saving. Offers subject to change may not be available in all Lowe's stores.
Bulls fans, welcome to the Kia Halftime Show, brought to you by the Legend of the Driveway, the Telluride X-Pro, official vehicle of the Chicago Bulls. Kia, movement that inspires. Here's Chuck Swirsky.
Halftime on the Bulls Network, joined by Cody Westerland of 670thescore.com and 670 The Score, period, who covers the Bulls. And Cody, we're at the All-Star break. Hard to believe the All-Star break with less than 30 games remaining in the regular season. But what is your take on the 22-23 Bulls?
Well, it's been a struggle here lately, obviously, Chuck, heading into tonight with the 5-game losing streak. So it's a team that feels like trying to find the identity right now for them. And, you know, it's been on the offensive end where they've really struggled lately and really all year, too. We've seen that defense tick up in recent weeks, really over the last month. Has been strong, and some of it's been the Bulls locking down. Some of it's been opponents. Shooting has lagged a little bit from what you'd expect, but this is a team that just hasn't figured out on the offensive end enough to win at a high level and achieve their goal, right? Like, that's why the Bulls are sitting in 11th place as the All-Star break is arriving here, and they've got to get in that top 10 if they want to have a play-in shot, and they certainly had higher goals than that and get in the final 8 and give it a run in the first round of the playoffs. So if they can't clean up the offense, it's going to be a long slog, I think, down the stretch of this regular season.
Does that surprise you regarding the offense based on the impact of players such as DeRozan, Levine, and Vucevic?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're going back to opening day, media day, you're looking at training camp, you would think that this team would have more struggles on the defensive end than the offensive end, but that simply hasn't been the case this season. And that just gets straight to, like you said, Vooch, Zach, and DeMar, the three main weapons, haven't operated together well enough and uplifted their teammates, too, within that system. So for the Bulls, it's frustrating, right? Because their three-point shooting, it was pretty good at the start of the season. They just didn't take many. Now they're struggling mightily shooting from three-point range over these last few weeks. In addition to not taking many, they're just getting in these situations where they're trading too many two-pointers or the other team's getting three-pointers, you know? So it's a situation where if Zach, DeMar, and Vooch operated together better, like this team would be achieving at a much higher level. And there's no doubt that it's surprising they haven't been able to figure it out, that the coaching staff hasn't been able to figure out. That you go all the way up to the front office, you look at the analytics team, they're trying to figure out what the best way to use these guys on the floor. Either it's an entire team effort there, and they're not getting the job done.
All right, Cody, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
All right, Cody Westerlin of 670thescore.com. Third quarter coming up next right here on your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Basketball Network.
Bulls fans, Nikola Vucevic here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
At Kia, we believe the driveway is more than a driveway. It's where legendary performances reside. The buzzer beaters from the curb, the fadeaways, step backs, pump fakes, on a 1-on-0, 4-pointers from beyond the arc of the sprinklers. Here's to the legends that fill the driveways of America. From the fans of the game to the Kia Telluride X Pro. The MVPs in horse to the ones in horsepower. From the clutch players to the 8-speed automatic transmissions, the 360 dunkers to the 360 view camera systems, to long-range shooters and even longer-range rides. Here's to the legends of the driveway, the Kia Telluride X Pro. Kia is the official vehicle of the Chicago Bulls.
Kia, movement that inspires. Surround view and blind spot view monitors are not substitutes for safe driving and may not display all objects around vehicle. Always drive safely and use caution.
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic. When a running horse gets to the edge of a cliff, it's too late to say, whoa. The same's true if you drink too much and drive. Either way, you're going off a cliff. But if you drank responsibly and were wrongly arrested, then call me here in Houston at 713-524-1010. Put it in your cell phone, 713-524-1010, or visit texasdwilaw.com.
The 23rd Annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Breaking news.
Tax refund shock is everywhere, but what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need. Indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest. Sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Welcome back into the United Center. The Bulls trailing the Milwaukee Bucks at halftime 61-49. The Bucks expand as the 11.5-point favorites on BetMGM. Total points down slightly, now at 227.5. Time to check in at the half on the player props for the Bulls. The hometown kid, Ayo Dosunmu, his points plus assists, that was set at 15.5. Ayo has 2 points and 1 dime, but plenty of ball game left. And for the Bucks, Drew Holiday has assists plus rebounds. That prop bet was set at 13. Currently, he has 6 assists, 1 board, so halfway home for the over. And those were your courtside odds at the half presented by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Leader Automotive Group doesn't follow car buying trends. They lead. Their number one priority is to give you the best car buying experience possible. You can see the difference the moment you walk into one of their dealerships. Leader has 16 quality brands and makes for you to choose from, and you'll find a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles too. Chances are, you'll find your perfect car at a Leader dealership. Leader Automotive will always lead the way. Come visit or go to leaderauto.com to find a dealer near you.
Leader Automotive Group, together we lead.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
And our keys to the game, sponsored by Fair Oaks Ford, Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville. You can visit fairoaksford.com, fairoakslincoln.com. Chuck Swirsky with you. Halftime here at the United Center. Bulls trailing 61-49 at the break. Bulls shooting 36%. Milwaukee at 50%, led by the 23 of Brook Lopez. 2 double-figure scores for the Bulls. Levine with 14, Williams with 10. Again, undermanned rosters respectively for the two teams. Milwaukee has drained 11 of 26 from three-point range. Third quarter coming up next right here on 670 The Score and your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Zach Levine here. This is your official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment of the action right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together, millions of things for our planet. Raise a fine glass of wine to your sweetheart and the environment. First, don't get hung up on packaging. Many great wines now come in boxes, which produce half the overall emissions that bottles do. Also, cardboard is just as easily recycled as glass. Finally, look for estate wines, where all grapes are grown on the vineyard and not trucked in from distant locations. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Howdy, friends. I'm attorney Gary Trichter with a little cowboy logic. Never believe anybody who says their horse doesn't kick. The same logic applies to anyone who says the police, their breath test, and their blood test machines don't make mistakes. If you've been wrongly arrested, then call me in Houston at 713-524-1010. Put it in your cell phone, 713-524-1010, or visit texasdwilaw.com.
Some folks don't stop searching till they find the truth. And if you've got the eye of a detective, June's Journey is the game for you. Play as June Parker in a gripping murder mystery adventure as you find hidden objects to help solve her sister's death. You'll hunt for clues in hundreds of beautifully illustrated scenes set in the Roaring '20s. With more than 1,000 scenes filled with clues, there's always something new to discover. You may even trek across the globe for your next lead. Every week, new chapters are added with new characters to meet and places to search. Plus, there are tons of fun, unique features to keep you entertained. From building your own island estate with expansive gardens and beautiful buildings, to collecting scraps of information on each character to fill your photo album. You can even play with or against other players by joining a detective club. Find your first clue by downloading June's Journey today. Available on Android and iOS mobile devices, as well as on PC through Facebook Games.
And welcome back. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Weddington, Alyssa Bergametti, Rich Wyatt spinning the dials here. At the United Center, we have Sean Sears, Adam Stasinski, along with Tyler Buterbaugh in our 670 The Score studios again for the Bulls. No DeRozan, no Jones, no Green, no Caruso, and no Dragic. Milwaukee without Middleton, Connaughton, Portis, and Crowder. And then Giannis with a sprained right wrist in the first half. He got tangled up, went to the floor with Kobe White, and he will not return. Giannis played 9+ minutes, finishes the ball game with a couple of points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and a foul. So now the Bulls, who trail 61-49, they're out to snap a 5-game losing streak. Meantime, Milwaukee has won 11 in a row. And after the ball game, Alyssa and Bill will break down this game. Alyssa will have all the scores of all the games in a watered-down schedule tonight in the NBA. And again, All-Star Weekend, DeMar DeRozan with his 6th All-Star appearance. And despite the fact DeMar is missing tonight's game, yesterday's game at Indiana, he is expected to go to Salt Lake City and will be in uniform for the All-Star game on Sunday night. Niall Dosunmu, for the 2nd straight year, will represent the Bulls in the Rising Stars competition in Salt Lake City. Looking forward to not only the All-Star break for the Bulls to get healthy, then get ready for a couple of quick home games coming up a week from Friday against the Brooklyn Nets, the new-look Brooklyn Nets, a defensive-minded Brooklyn Nets, even though Mikal Bridges had 45 last night for the Nets, and they'll be in town a week from Friday, and that is a 9 o'clock tip time, and we'll be on the air on the Bulls Radio Network at 8:45, and then the following Sunday afternoon at 2:30 against the Washington Wizards. Winners last night on the road against the Portland Trailblazers, and we're getting ready for third quarter action. Brooke Lopez had a brilliant first half, 23 points, 5 rebounds, couple of blocked shots at 18 minutes. Grayson Allen, along with Lopez, Javon Carter on the floor. Carter buried 3 threes. He's got 11. Holiday on the floor, and Ingles. Bulls going with Williams, Dosunmu, along with Vucevic, White on the floor, and Zach LaVine. LaVine played 18 first half minutes with 14 points, 3 boards. 4 of his last 5 games he has played 40 or more. Vooch dives in and scores on Lopez with that patented push shot with the right hand from 8 feet. Vucevic in 16 minutes, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. 61-51, Milwaukee by 10. Ingles at the point against Patrick Williams. Ingles wraparound dribble drive. They find Lopez, left side on a pump. Lopez dribble drive to the rim. Banker, count it, and a foul. Lopez with the hoop, the harm, and one, looking for a 3-point play as he navigated his way to the rack. And Niall Dosunmu commits the foul, and that's going to be Io's 3rd. Let's pause. Station ID on your Chicago Bulls radio network.
Danny Parkins here. We're talking Bulls on the Parkins and Spiegel Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app. WSCR in HD Chicago. WBMX HD2 Chicago.
Lopez at the line. It is up. Rim no. Rebound Vooch. So Brooke Lopez, who spent his first 8 seasons, making 9 seasons with the Nets, and as we mentioned, 1 year with the Lakers. He was an all-star with Brooklyn in 2013. Vooch with a handoff to Kobe. Foul line left behind the back pass. Top side, Vooch takes Lopez to the rim, setting up a right elbow 3 by Dosunmu, up and good as he puts down a 25-footer. So Io Dosunmu now in 20 minutes with 5, and Milwaukee's lead at 9, 63-54. Bucks led by 15 in the first quarter. Holiday with the fade on the right baseline, hit right rim and out. Rebound Vucevic to Zach LaVine. LaVine trots over the midcourt line with a standing dribble on the right, picked up by Grayson Allen. LaVine with a left-hand dribble. They go to Vooch, baseline right, 13-footer rimming out. Rebound Holiday. Milwaukee going left to right, dressed in the white uniforms and green stripes down the side. Holiday using the left hand, no. Tip, no. Another rebound for Vooch, and Bulls going right to left with Patrick Williams. Williams, the handoff to Vooch. Clean look, left side three, won't drop. Rebound Eagles. Vucevic now in 18 minutes, 1 of 4, 3 of 11, but close to a double-double of 7 and 9. He came in with 36 double-doubles on the year. Carter finds Holiday in the right corner against Levine. Left-hand dribble, poked loose by Levine. And then Ingles meets Levine at midcourt and a foul on Joe Ingles.
I love that. Vooch got the rebound and his head was down the court all right away and saw Zach Levine taking off down the floor. Aren't you going to welcome me back?
Well, I was trying to kind of not throw you under the bus there, Bill.
I wasn't on the bus. I was talking to people. I was spreading the love of Chicago Bulls, talking about the Bulls and how we got to turn this around.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad, Bill. You're a man of all seasons and of all people. Here's Dosunmu, turns baseline right. Another block for Lopez. And that's the second time that Iowa's met Lopez at the rim, and Lopez has won the battle. Ingles with a sidestep to the right, and a three is good. Joe Ingles. Sign me up. I'm a huge Joe Ingles fan, Bill. I love his tenacity, his grit, his toughness. No, by the way, he can shoot threes. Vooch, dribble drive, blows past Lopez with a right-handed slam. And that dunk sponsored by Duncan. The Bulls in the Vooch are running on Duncan. Vooch with a 9-9-3 game. 66-56, Milwaukee by 10. They go inside Lopez, wheels to the rim and scores easily on Vucevic. So the two bigs exchanging probing moves to the rack.
That was a kind of little floater. He kind of double pumped it in the air. It was kind of interesting for a 7-footer to do that.
Levine inside Vooch. Comes up shooting on Lopez. No. I'll tell you what, Bill, this is like old school ball where the post players getting touches. Eagles again. Same spot, right side, no. Rebound, Patrick Williams. Williams in backcourt, advances over the 8-second line. The Bulls logo, standing off to the right, turns the corner on Lopez. And a dunk on Lopez. Another dunk. And why not? Let's give a shout out to Duncan. The Bulls are running on Duncan. Williams now with 12 points.
He surprised Lopez on that. He went over to try and block it, and all of a sudden, Williams just kept going up.
And then we have Vucevic with a foul on Holiday. I think that was a frustration foul on Vooch, and he's having a few words with this officiating crew of Rodney Mott, Tony Brothers, and John Butler.
We are in the third quarter. Third quarter sponsored by Horizon Therapeutics, going incredible lengths every day.
For Vooch, that's his second. Side out of bounds in play now to Grayson Allen. Allen high post to Lopez. The return to Allen. Left-hand dribble drive. A runner with the left hand off the glass. Good. Grayson Allen.
Say what you want about Grayson Allen. He's a hard player to like, but the kid can play.
Yes, he can.
He's well-skilled, fundamentally sound.
For the 5 starters for the Bucks in double digits. Kobe blows off Ingles with a forearm. No foul, and he missed on his navigating drive to the rim. And it's Milwaukee ball at the top of the key. Holiday circle right. Finds Allen on a pump and a drive. Grayson Allen to the rim with a right-hand layup. No. Rebound Vooch. And for Nikola Vucevic, that's his 10th rebound. He's averaging 11 per game. And for Vucevic, he's 6th in the league. Vooch inside on Lopez, puts it up and in the semi-circle. And there's your double-double for Nikola Vucevic, and that's number 37 on the year and 10 of his last 11. Mike Budenholzer calls a timeout. Milwaukee by 10, 70-60, 7:14 remaining third quarter right here on 670 The Score, your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Alex Caruso here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Bulls basketball.
Thanks for streaming The Score.
The Parkins and Spiegel Show on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
Jalen Johnson, kind enough to join us. What do you think of the idea of the Bears actually drafting a quarterback at number 1?
I feel like that's a waste of a draft pick. I don't know. I just believe in Justin, so I feel like, in a sense, like, I don't think there's another quarterback in this draft that is better than Justin, if you ask me.
Danny Parkins, Matt Spiegel. Afternoons 2 to 6 on Chicago Sports Radio 670 The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
The 23rd Annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing. Together millions of things for our planet. Raise a fine glass of wine to your sweetheart and the environment. First, don't get hung up on packaging. Many great wines now come in boxes, which produce half the overall emissions that bottles do. Also, cardboard is just as easily recycled as glass. Finally, look for estate wines, where all grapes are grown on the vineyard and not trucked in from distant locations. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
Back at the United Center, Bulls battling back here. They've been down by as many as 15. Got it back to 10 points right now, forcing Coach Budenhauser to call a timeout for the Bucks. Bulls down 10, 70-60. And it's time for Who's on a Roll? Sponsored by Bet Rivers, Chicago's hometown sportsbook. How about Patrick Williams? He's on a nice roll. As a matter of fact, he was on a big roll, slamming the ball on Brook Lopez's noggin. He's got 12 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Patrick Williams is on a roll, sponsored by Bet Rivers.
And if you just joined us, no Giannis Antetokounmpo suffered a sprained right wrist in the first half, will not return. This is an undermanned Bulls roster against an undermanned Bucks roster. A lot of injuries as the All-Star break just 2 quarters away for the respective teams. Bulls resume a week from tomorrow against the Nets. That's a 9 p.m. tip. Bill and I and Alyssa will be on the air at 8:45 Central Time. After the timeout, Grayson Allen in play to Drew Holiday. Holiday with a 12.4 board, 7 assist game, matching his season average on a pass for the Bucks, deflected away out of bounds by the Bulls with 14 on the clock, 7:08 left, third, 70-60, Milwaukee by 10. Holiday wide right on the baseline with 14 on the clock will be the trigger man. Holding and looking. In play, accepted by Lopez. Poked loose, but picked up by Wesley Matthews. We got a Holiday with the jumper on Levine. Hit back, rim it out. Rebound, and it goes to the Bulls with Patrick Williams. Milwaukee, Bill, just all of a sudden without Giannis there, very little movement off the ball. A lot of the creation has been on ISO plays.
Yes, and in transition, they don't push the ball up. Giannis pushes the ball up so quickly in transition for him, get some easy buckets.
Levine on Holiday jumper, no. Holiday is such a terrific defensive player, Bill. He plays the angles as well as anybody. Yes. Holiday turns the corner, baseline left. The pass out to Ingles. Bounce pass, right corner. Matthews checks, falls to the floor, and they're going to call this on Kobe White.
Yeah, he tried to get the charge, but was a step slow getting there. Wasn't quite set.
Bill, if you think about this, Holiday was the 17th pick in 2009, and he played his first 4 years with Philadelphia, made the All-Star team, got traded for Nerlens Noel, the draft rights on draft night. Here's a jumper on the right side by Holiday. No, tipped in the air by Lopez, brought down by Vooch. And then he came to Milwaukee to blockbuster deal and win the Bucks NBA title.
Yep, and it was exactly what they needed. A guy that kind of was glued to the team, understands how to play, is Patrick Williams, who's on a roll.
I think Ingles is banged up, Bill. He doesn't look right. I think he suffered some type of foot injury. It's going to be interesting to see if Milwaukee leaves him on the floor. This is an 8-point lead. And just like that, Milwaukee answers.
That's Brook Lopez with a little running floater in the lane. Again, broke by his man. No help in the middle.
Nope. Kobe gives it up baseline right to Vooch. Vooch on a post-up right block. turnaround baby hook. Right hand, no, and a foul on Lopez. Brooke Lopez, interesting, Bill, because he played 25 minutes the other night in their victory over Boston in the overtime thriller. He went 0 for 3 from the floor, and all 3 were threes. He had 4 free throws, and that were his only points of the ball game. But tonight he's exploded with Vooch at the line. The first of 2 up and good. So Nikola Vucevic in 22 minutes with 12 points, 11 boards, and 3 assists. Mamu Kilishvili is coming in for Brooke Lopez.
You mean number 54?
Number 54. And another toss up and good. I think of Seton Hall. I think of P.J. Carlissimo with that Seton Hall ball club in 89 that lost to Michigan in the national championship game when Glenn Rice went off. It was a fun tournament with Illinois and Duke. And after Milwaukee missed the shot, Holiday throws it on the left side of Ingles. They go left elbow. Holiday got stripped by Io, but Holiday recovers to a cutting Matthews, and he missed as the what do we got? We have a late whistle and a foul on the Bulls.
No, or they called a foul?
Matthews missed the rim and a drive to the cup. I thought they would review this to see if the foul came after the shot clock expired.
Where's the foul? That's just got to look at where's the foul.
So Matthews at the stripe, 72-64 Milwaukee, 5:07 left, and the free throw's up and good. Wesley Matthews, Bill, he blew out his Achilles. And Dallas was very, very patient with him. They signed him. He actually, Bill, when he was with Portland, came into his own as a really good player. He's had a terrific career.
Yes, he
Free
has.
throw up and good by Matthews. His dad, of course, was a former Chicago Bull. He was a guard. Played also with the Lakers on that Showtime team. 74-64, Bucks by 10. Levine toys with that dribble on Matthews, top of the key. Line to the lane, to the rack. A no. Rebound Holiday, and here come the Bucks in transition. Holiday and right full court. Jump pass, right corner, Ingles. Wide open 3, off the mark. Weak side rebound, Kobe White. Now it's the Bulls with an opportunity to play fast break ball. At the point, Kobe. They swing out, right side, Levine. Levine has played 25 minutes with 14 points. Left-hand dribble drive with a spin to the rim and a score. A Zach attack to the rack with 16. Pretty play.
Great play by Zach Levine, attacking the rim. And it's something he does as well, if not better, than anyone else in the league.
Matthews unattended left wing 3 and a big splash after the Bulls elected to double Holiday on the left block.
I think he heard you talking about him. Kind of pointed over here at you right there.
Here's White, unattended left side 3, way off the mark. Terry took it away from Beauchamp. Dalen Terry showing great enthusiasm and hustle. Zach's shot blocked by Mamus Kilishvili and Ingles over the timeline. How many blocked shots tonight, Bill, for the Bucks?
That's a good question. I will look that up.
Ingles drags that dribble inside Kilishvili, and they go now to Holiday. Holiday against Terry. Veteran against rookie, deep in the lane. Up, got it, counted foul. That is old school ball there. A badge of honor. You got the veteran against the rookie. He puts it down, and we're going to have a timeout. 79-66 Bucks. Holiday at the stripe when we return on 670 The Score, your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Levine throws it down with a right-handed power dunk.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Kevin Mack talks with Matt Hardy.
There's nothing like a wrestling fan, for better or for worse. How do you handle that, though? We're talking about people talking about your family, what they don't know about your family or your brother or you. How does one handle that on a day-to-day basis?
Something I joke about with the Young Bucks all the time. I said, if you would vanity search Matt Hardy on Twitter, I said, after you got to 100 replies, you're going to quit the business and never be seen again. It's just, you just learn to deal with it. You know what I mean?
It's the Kick Rocks Wrestling Podcast with Evan T. Mack. Subscribe now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar, you're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Harkins and Spiegel are headed to Vegas.
I got so excited.
Join the guys at Circa Resort and Casino March 23rd and 24th as they broadcast live from Stadium Swim.
Vegas is hosting the tournament.
Hang out at Circa for their tournament watch parties, an experience like no other. Log on to circalasvegas.com or call 833-247-2258 to reserve your stay today. And join Harkins and Spiegel for 2 days of madness.
There's nothing like it.
Coming up March 23rd and 24th at Circa Resort and Casino, home of the world's largest sports book. The 23rd annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Bulls fans, you can win tickets to a game this season by predicting tonight's game inside the Bulls app. Download the Bulls app now to play Bulls IQ, presented by AT&T. And the Bulls are down right now 13-79-66 with 3:35 left here in the third quarter. And speaking of threes, make every three-pointer you shoot by partnering with LRS for your disposal needs. Learn more at lrsrecycles.com. Well, again, if you're just checking in, Giannis Antetokounmpo hurt his right wrist, will not return. He did that after playing only 9 minutes in the game in the first quarter. And Dalen Terry has been getting some extra burn here tonight. He's got 7 points.
Yeah.
In his, 23rd game?
Correct. He has definitely supplied a boatload of energy and hustle. Always around the ball. Very, very active. Holiday with a three-point play. The veteran out of UCLA. We told you that his older brother, Justin, signed with Dallas on a buyout. And, of course, Aaron, his younger brother, is with Atlanta. Coming off the screen, Levine. How about three brothers in the NBA? That's unbelievable.
That's very cool.
Circle left Drummond, the return pass. Levine clears some space on the paint against Matthews. Baseline left note from 19. Rebound Bucks.
It reminds me, I had a friend, Brian Baldinger, who played football. He had three brothers in the NFL at the same time.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, I believe they all played against each other one time. I think it was Buffalo, and I'm trying to remember this.
Holiday topside deep three off the mark. Bulls basketball 80-66. Bucks by 14. Milwaukee trying for their 12th straight win. The Bulls trying to avoid their 6th straight loss going into the break. Levine puts it on the floor. They go left block Drummond. Backdoor cut. Terry on a reverse air. Brought down by Drummond. Shot blocked by Mamukelashvili and a foul. And this is going to go on Beauchamp.
And Andre Drummond trying to say that basket's good, but to no avail. But I love what Dalen Terry is doing, and you've mentioned it already several times. Just his energy, driving to the basket. Got those young, fresh legs.
Yep. Drummond and Ogo, the first of two. And this is the Bulls' 59th game of the year, Bill. It's hard to believe, but once we resume on the break, only 23 left.
How about that after All-Star break, which was, you think All-Star break, it's mid-season.
Yep.
Maybe 60 games in, which is 20 games more than, or 19 games more than mid-season, but it's so late. And I honestly think with a lot of teams, you see that fatigue has set in.
Yes. Bill, I've told you this before, I would have the All-Star game the week prior to the Super Bowl on the off week in the NFL.
Yep, I agree.
Left corner Matthews popped out from three, rebound. Dalen Terry brought on cue, 80-67 Milwaukee. Terry advances, shakes, bakes, met on the left wing by Mamukelishvili. Terry goes mid-post left. Drummond with his back to the rim with a handoff to Kobe in the near corner. White slides left to right in the lane. Jump pass right corner, Dale and Terry. Terry doubled on the ball. They go at the foul line. Carleek Jones. Shot up, no. Tip, no. 50-50 ball. It's still loose, and it's Terry. Puts it in. Dalen Terry.
A big-time player. The Bulls just flailing hands everywhere. Just kept the ball alive. No one could grab it till Terry does.
He's got 9. Mamukelishvili, no. Offensive rebound. Beauchamp rejected by Drummond. And a 5-on-4 for the Bulls. Terry dribble drive, line to the lane, to the rack, and a score. Dalen Terry with 11, and the Bulls are within 9, 80-71.
And a block shot right there, sponsored by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the King of Sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly.
And we've had a timeout taken by Mike Budenholzer as Dalen Terry is putting his team on his back. Double figures in 14 minutes off the bench with 11, 80-71 Bucks. 119 left third on 670 the score. Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fan, Aya DeSumo here. This is your official radio home for the Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment of the action right here on Sports Radio 670 the score and the Odyssey app.
At Kia, we believe the driveway is more than a driveway. It's where legendary performances reside. The buzzer beaters from the curb, the fadeaways, step backs, pump fakes, on a 1-on-0, 4-pointers from beyond the arc of the sprinklers. Here's to the legends that fill the driveways of America. From the fans of the game to the Kia Telluride X Pro, the MVPs in horse to the ones in horsepower. From the clutch players to the 8-speed automatic transmissions, the 360 dunkers to the 360 view camera systems, to long-range shooters and even longer-range rides. Here's to the legends of the driveway, the Kia Telluride X Pro. Kia is the official vehicle of the Chicago Bulls.
Kia, movement that inspires. Surround view and blind spot view monitors are not substitutes for safe driving and may not display all objects around vehicle. Always drive safely and use caution.
The Bulls and BMO are proud to support Chicago's black-owned businesses that are making a difference. This month's Spotlight business is EB and Flow, a family-owned and operated yoga studio located in the Wicker Park. Learn more at bulls.com/business.
After the timeout, Dalen Terry, by the way, with back-to-back hoops. He's got a career high of 11. Here's Brooke Lopez, mid-range jumper, 14-footer left side, no. Bulls ball, 80-71 Milwaukee. Bulls just hanging around. 2 undermanned rosters tonight. Kobe, topside 3, no. Rebound Milwaukee, Javon Carter. Kobe is 0 for 4 beyond the arc, 4-13 with 8. Dribble drive, Carter. They go left side, Green. Open 3, got it. That's his second triple of the ball game. Bill, I'll tell you what, his mechanics are outstanding. Carleek Jones, foul line right, high post to Drummond, picks up the bounce, a handoff to Kobe White, in the paint, out of control, inside Drummond on Lopez, gathers, missed, rebound, and a foul on Milwaukee.
I believe it's going to be on Lopez, yep. And that's not, again, Andre Drummond just hanging out around the basket, gets the ball. He's just so big, you can't really control his body. And the only way to slow him down is to hit him. And even Brooke Lopez, who's a big man himself, Andre Drummond is just big. And I'm a big guy.
Yes, you are.
And he's bigger. Make you smile, don't I?
As Andre Drummond at the line. He's got 4 points, 5 boards, another attempt, up good. Drummond with a couple of tosses, 33 seconds to go. Milwaukee by 10. Carter hopping over the timeline, rolling to his right against Kobe White in traffic. Nice feed, two-handed stuff. Brooke Lopez from Javon Carter.
Yeah.
Brooke Lopez with 31.
Give that to Carter. He made that play happen because he forced Drummond to come over and help, and that left Brooke Lopez under the basket by himself.
Io Dosumu at the point. Quiet night for Io, 5 points, 3 boards. Played with foul trouble. He's got 3. He's milking the clock with 7:06 on the clock. Dribble drive in the paint with a pull-up 13-footer rimmed out. Rebound, and Carly Jones had a got strip. And then from 85 feet, Beauchamp throws the ball over the backboard into the fourth row behind the stanchion. And at the end of 3, 85-73 Bucks. We go to the fourth quarter next. 6:70 the score. Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Billy Donovan here. This is your official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
Kevin Mack talks with Matt Hardy.
There's nothing like a wrestling fan, for better or for worse. How do you handle that, though? We're talking about people talking about your family, what they don't know about your family or your brother or you. How does one handle that on a day-to-day basis?
Something I joke about with the Young Bucks all the time. I said, if you would vanity search Matt Hardy on Twitter, I said, after you got through 100 replies, you're going to quit the business and never be seen again. It's just, you just learn to deal with it. You know what I mean?
It's the Kick Rocks Wrestling Podcast with Evan T. Mack. Subscribe now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The 23rd annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
You trade hard for your money, and that's why you deserve it all with Tastyworks. Trade options, stocks, futures, and crypto in one powerful platform that you can access wherever you are. And Tastyworks gives you access to free in-app content that helps you trade with inspiration. Start trading your way and get up to $2,000 when you open and fund a new Tastyworks account. Tastyworks. Love where you trade. Certain restrictions apply. Visit tastyworks.com for more info.
Remy Martin's legacy of celebrating communities and excellence in sports and the music scene. The heart and soul of local communities created cultural movements that paved the way for the future. Enjoy Remy Martin 1738 Sidecar, Remy Martin VSOP with ginger ale, or create your own cocktails. Find inspiration and more fresh recipes at RemyMartin.com. Remy Martin. Team up for excellence. Remy Martin Cognac Fiend Champagne, 40% alcohol by volume, imported by Remy Cointreau USA, New York, New York. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back. The Bucks lead the Bulls 85-73 entering the final frame. The Bucks continue to hold the spot as the 11.5-point favorites. The total points down now at 214.5. One more quarter to sweat your bets, and those were your courtside odds presented by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you are winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly. Chuck and Bill, back to you courtside.
Alyssa, I got a silver lining for you, no matter what happens in this game. And whatever happens, the Bulls held Giannis Antetokounmpo to just 2 points. And I guess Alyssa turned her mic off, or Rich Wyatt did. He turned her off, actually. Anyway, the official Bulls app presented by AT&T now lets fans shop Bulls merchandise and have it delivered directly to their seats in the United Center in partnership with Klarna. Download the Bulls app now through the Apple App Store or Google Play.
You know what, Bill, the last night against Indiana, the Bulls played with 8 players. Tonight they've used 6, 7, 8, 9 players.
9.
The only players we haven't seen, Bradley and Simonovic. So Carter leans over the bounce off a screen from Green. They go to Grayson Allen, coming off the screen to Green. They're trying to run plays for him. Allen steps in, topside three, now rebound Vooch. And threw it behind Williams with the steal. Carter missed the layup. Point-blank range. And the Bulls catch a break as they gobble up the rebound. In left forecourt, Vooch turns the corner on Lopez. Running left to right with the right corner pass to Carly Jones. Jump pass left elbow. Dosumu crossing over, and he threw it away. Mamu Kilishvili with the steal.
It's just the 5th Bulls turnover.
Yep. Here's Carter, line to the lane. Whips a left corner pass. Broken up, however, and stolen by Williams to Terry. On the runway. Missed the right-handed dunk, and it counts to Patrick Williams in front to Jones. Left side, Vooch. Vooch on a post-up on Lopez. Jump hook, right hand, good.
Nice calm play by Vooch right there. Looked in the corner, see if the help defense was coming. It didn't. One-on-one hook shot.
Here's Lopez, met on a double, leans in. No, Gray's left rim. Rebound controlled by the Bucks, and it goes to Green, right corner, three, good. That's his third triple.
Yep.
Not bad for an undrafted kid out of Northern Iowa. And do we have a delay of game warning?
A technical foul.
Attack on Brooke Lopez.
I didn't see.
You know what, Bill? I'll tell you what. Brooke Lopez shaking his head. I love the personality of the Lopez brothers.
Yeah.
They're different, but yet identical in a sense, Bill, because they love Disney. In fact, Brooke owns property on the Disney grounds in Central Florida.
Oh, wow. It's
Who's your next door neighbor? Mickey.
And we're in the fourth quarter, sponsored by Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. For all the right reasons, call 866-4
Booch makes the free throw. Booch with a 15-13-3 game. 88-76. Milwaukee Bulls just hanging around, Bill.
They are.
Carlik Jones getting a lot of burn tonight with this undermanned roster for the Bulls. Again, Milwaukee taking nothing away from the Bucks because they're playing undermanned as well. And Giannis got injured in the first half with that sprained right wrist. He will not return. Jones, they go, nice pass inside on a bullet feed underneath the rim, and Williams with the dunk. And that dunk sponsored by Duncan. The Bulls are running on Duncan. And again, Milwaukee's lead shaved to 10.
Yep.
Patrick Williams with a 16-4-2 game.
Great cut. Number 54 fell on the floor, so he just cut to the basket.
Green off the bounce on a pull-up right side three off the mark. Bulls ball with Williams. Williams, at times a facilitator, he curls, gives it up, Booch. Right side three off the mark, and he goes out of bounds. We got a foul on Milwaukee before the shot.
It was coming off the screen. Lopez complained that he got elbowed going out. And
it's going to be on Grayson Allen, his first. Carlik Jones on the inbounds, foul line right, sideline right. Up top beyond the three-point arc to Vooch. They go right side, Dalen Terry's dribble drive. And the pass to Vooch. The back tap saved from going over the 8-second line by Ayo. Dosumu dribble drive turns on Lopez. Goes in front to Vooch. Clean look for three. Nope. Rebound. Dalen Terry picks up the loose change. Terry is everywhere. Right side. Ayo for three. Around the rim and out. Oh, that would have brought the house down because the hustle of Dalen Terry.
He has been absolutely terrific tonight.
Yeah. Carter off the dribble, comes up shooting. He buries a three, and Javon Carter is 4 of 4 beyond the arc. Milwaukee is 16 of 40, and they lead 91-78 over the Bulls at the 9-minute mark here in Chicago. Carlik Jones driving right angle. Up top, Vooch. Vooch gives it up left wing to Williams. Matched up with Mamukelishvili. On the left block, they got Carter and Mamukelishvili on a double team to a cutting Williams who missed a dunk. Milwaukee ball with Grayson Allen. Accelerates. Left side Greed. Rises up. Puts it on the deck. Delivers the pass now to Grayson Allen with 11 on the clock. To Brooke Lopez. And a right corner pass intended in the corner for Mamukelishvili is broken up by the Bulls out of bounds.
Well, we're talking about Dalen Terry. His season high is 15 minutes. He's played 18 minutes here tonight.
91-78 Milwaukee. 8:40 left. Fourth quarter action. In play to Green with a catch and shoot on the right side, three up and good.
Oh my.
A.J. Green. If people came into this building tonight and said, oh, by the way, A.J. Green's going to have 12 on 4 or 5 from 3. But people who know the game, who follow the game, Bill, here's Carlik Jones to the rim, sent to the floor and a foul. They know that this kid has a tremendous upside.
He's got a great stroke. He's fundamentally sound. He doesn't play above his means right now. He's just letting the game come to him. He's not trying to do too much. And the neat thing right now is his teammates are looking for him. They know where he is on the floor. And
Carlik Jones popped out the first of two. Jones, a two-way player. He has played 18 minutes tonight. Of course, only his second NBA game. Played in Paris, scored on a drive to the rim in his only field goal attempt. Tonight he's 0 for 4. 1 of 3 from the foul line. Another free throw up and out, rebound Carter.
We're talking about Green, and the thing about him is he's playing on a good team. So you look at this is his 26th game he's played in. So he's getting a lot of experience his rookie year.
Carter on a switch, guarded by Patrick Williams. Carter turns, left angle, baseline level. The pull-up 15-footer is good. And Javon Carter is wearing out the Bulls in his hometown of Chicago in 26 minutes. He's got a 16-6-5 game. Williams steps back, top side three. Nope. Rebound. Wesley Matthews, and the Bulls have hit the wall here, Bill.
Yep. Yeah, well, the second game of back-to-back, guys play a lot of minutes and got a bunch of new guys playing in that don't get a lot of minutes that are playing out tonight.
Carter with a one-legged step-back foul line left 15-footer. Got it. Timeout, Bulls. 98-78, just like that. The Milwaukee Bucks are up by 20 with 7:38 left fourth quarter on 670 The Score. Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
This is where the Bulls play.
Ball game over. Bulls win. Bulls win.
Listen to Chuck and Bill call all the action right here on the Chicago Bulls Radio Network.
Membership fees apply after free trial. Cancel anytime. Guys, are you trying to stay in 20-year-old shape into your 30s and 40s and finding it, well, impossible? Then you need to listen to this. Beachbody, the company that revolutionized getting ripped at home with P90X and Insanity, has a brand new program just for you called Lift 4. It's part lift, it's part hit, with total body shredding results in just 30 to 40 minutes a day, right at home on the Beachbody On Demand app. That's how you get killer results as an adult. Go to beachbody.com to sign up now, and you can try Live 4 for free. That's beachbody.com.
The 23rd Annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Secrets, cover-ups, and strange phenomena.
UFOs and ideas that challenge reality itself.
My name is George Knapp. I dig into news stories that others can't or won't.
I'm Jeremy Corbell, and for some reason, people tell me things they probably shouldn't. And this is Weaponized. Follow and listen to Weaponized, the presentation of Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, Dark Horse Entertainment, and Cadence 13 Studios. Available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your shows.
When you're betting and find yourself constantly thinking about gambling and you're losing more money than you have, are you really winning? If you're spending too much time with the slots or you can't stop betting on sports and you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, maybe lying, and probably losing more money than you can afford to lose, you're not alone and you can get help. It's available 24/7 and it's confidential. When your betting has gotten out of hand, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.areyoureallywinning.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Department of Human Services.
And we're back at the United Center. Chicago Bulls down 20, 98-78 with 7:38 left here in the fourth quarter. Time for our great stat of the game, sponsored by Great Clips. It's gonna be great. And unfortunately for the Bulls, three-point shooting is a great stat, but for Milwaukee, they are 40%, 17 of 42. 42 three-point shots. They come in the game averaging 39.9 three-point shots a game. They've taken 42 already, made 17. The Bulls have made 7. So Milwaukee has made 10 more threes than the Bull, and that's our great stat of the game, sponsored by Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Again, if you just joined us, Giannis Antetokounmpo played just over 9 minutes, went down with a sprained right wrist in the first half, did not return, ends up with a 2.7 rebound, 3 assist game. They were already undermanned, such as is the case with the Bulls. And again, Brook Lopez has stepped up with 31, 15 for Holiday. But again, A.J. Green has really delivered tonight,
Yes.
Bill.
Oh, he absolutely has. You know, when you get 12 points from a rookie off the bench, I don't care what game it is, where you're playing, that's a great thing.
Vooch fumbled the ball, but retains. They go to Terry on the right elbow to Io in the paint. Back to Vooch, foul line left. 18-footer no. Rebound Matthews. Vucevic in 27 minutes, 6 of 17, but he has a 16, 13, and 3 game. Carter crossing over 3 times. enables Grayson Allen with a touch on the left wing, back to Carter. Carter against Terry, poke loose. Terry sticking to Javon Carter. 6 on the shot clock. High screen from Lopez. Javon Carter with a runner with the right hand. High off the glass and scores. Javon Carter putting on a show here in the fourth quarter.
Makes it a 12-0 run right now for Milwaukee.
Very, very impressive. Dalen Terry controlling the bounce, picks it up outside the three-point line on the left with a handoff to Zach Levine. Levine on a clear it against Wesley Matthews. In the post, Vooch. Turnaround shot blocked by Lopez and a 24 violation on the Chicago Bulls. Let me see here, Bill. I've got Lopez now with 4 blocked shots and give him 139 on the year.
Yep. Let's watch Carter and Jalen Terry here a little bit. They're getting into it.
Yep, they're talking.
They're doing a little more than talking that the referees didn't see.
178 Milwaukee, 6:20 to go. Grayson Allen on the edge. Gets a screen on the right from Lopez. Grayson Allen, turnaround jumper on Kobe. Baseline right now. Tip with the left hand, good. Brooke Lopez with 33 in 32 minutes.
And that's my player of the game, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine Urology, providing comprehensive and personalized care for all urologic conditions and cancers. Brooke Lopez has been a thorn in the Bulls' side all night long.
8-footer out of the lane, bank shot, good by Otusumu. You know, Brooke and Robin, they've got an older brother, Bill, that played at the University of Washington. He did not play in the NBA.
Okay.
Here's Green off the dribble, topside jumper up and good. He's got 15. All 5 of his made field goals from beyond the arc.
But, Charlie, that was a good 5 feet behind the three-point line.
Yes, it is. Bill, you've got 2 players on respective teams, Milwaukee and Boston. And in the case of Sam Hauser, he's a three-point shooting specialist. You got A.J. Green, who's buried deep on this bench because of the veteran presence. Vucevic, topside 3, he puts it down.
And with that three-pointer, partner with LRS, the nation's independent MVP of the waste industry. Request a quote today at lrsrecycles.com.
Carter took his eye off the ball and a drive to the rim on a cut on the right baseline. Squirts off his hands, out of bounds over the end line. That's going to be turnover number 8 for the Bucks. Did they say what happened there, Bill?
They're still talking.
What do we got going on? Milwaukee's going to take the ball out of bounds. Did they say that it went off a ball?
It must have.
Carter was pulling a U-turn to come back and play D. Okay. Carter, the return pass from Wesley Matthews. Jump pass, right side. Matthews, wraparound dribble on a post-up on Zach Levine deep in the lane. Double on the ball. Inside feed. Mamus Kelishvili and a reach-in foul on the Bulls with 4:55 to go. 105-83 Milwaukee on the verge of winning their 12th in a row to go into the All-Star break, trailing Boston by a half game in the East. The Bulls trying to avoid their 6th straight loss and go to 7 under 500.
Bulls have just 1 block in this game. Block sponsored by BetMGM. Get the BetMGM app today. Now you're winning with the king of sportsbooks. Please bet responsibly.
The Bucks are on a 17-5 run. Javon Carter has been outstanding in the fourth quarter with 9 points and 2 assists. 106-83 Milwaukee. 4:55 to go. Mamush Kelishvili at the line. The lefty up, got it. $107-83 Bucks. Levine in 31 minutes with a 16-4-2 game. Steps back, top side, 3 ball. No, the back tap by Vooch. Right to Zach, gives it up right elbow. Terry for 3. No. Rebound Beauchamp. Bulls are 8 of 26 from beyond the arc. Beauchamp driving on Levine off the window. No. Punched in the air by Terry. Collected by Kobe on a 4-on-2. They go to Dosumu on Green. Off the window, no. Offensive rebound, Terry. Left wing, Kobe for 3. Popped out. Tipped by Vooch, no. Another back tap by Vooch. They go to Levine, left corner, Terry. Terry inside to Vooch. Up, got it. Counted. And a foul on Matthews. But again, this was set up by the offensive rebounding by Dalen Terry, who has 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Meantime, Vooch with a 19-point 14 rebound game.
Yep. And by the way, Terry gets another assist there, so he actually has 3 assists right now, but that's just a great heads-up play, seeing that the big man Vooch has a little guy, Matthews, on his back, buried under the rim. Touch pass right underneath was great.
Yep. Vooch at the lineup and good. 31 minutes of activity for Nikola Vucevic with 22 points, 14 rebounds. Last night he had a 19-7-3 game and 2 blocks against the Pacers. Javon Carter circle right to the rim, and we've got a foul on the floor. And he's still talking with Dalen Terry. Terry, by the way, speaking of Chicago connection, even though he had no connection with the city, wears jersey number 25 to honor Ben Wilson, the former great high school star at Simeon, who was tragically killed his senior year in high school at Simeon. Topside jumper, that's a long 2 by Javon Carter. And so he wears Ben Wilson's jersey number 25, which has become emblematic of greatness at Simeon High School. Derek Rose wore 25. Nick Anderson, left corner jumper, off the mark by Terry. Jalen Horton Tucker of Utah wore 25 for Simeon. Here's a runner in the paint at a foul. And that's going to put Zach Levine at the line. This has been a very frustrating night at the office for Levine. Actually, back-to-back frustrating nights. Indiana, where the Bulls last night blew a 24-point lead, lost to the Pacers for the second time at Indianapolis, blowing 20-point leads. Levine's free throw up and good. Levine is 5 of 5. He's got 17. We're going to have a timeout taken by the Bucks with 3:31 to go. Fourth quarter, 109-87 Milwaukee, 670 the score. Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, DeMar DeRozan here. This is your official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen to every moment of the action right here on Sports Radio 670 the score in the Odyssey app.
Membership fees apply after free trial. Cancel anytime.
Can I be real for a second? That goal you have to exercise and eat better, you really can do it, but nobody is going to do it for you. And nobody has to, because you can do it if you have the right tools and a community that cares about helping you get results. And that's us, Beachbody. It's as convenient as your TV or laptop, but you need to decide that you're worth it. Let us help you succeed. Here's how. Go to beachbody.com to claim your free membership and start feeling great.
The 23rd Annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Secrets, cover-ups, and strange phenomena.
UFOs and ideas that challenge reality itself.
My name is George Knapp. I dig into news stories that others can't or won't.
I'm Jeremy Corbell, and for some reason, people tell me things they probably shouldn't. And this is Weaponized. Follow and listen to Weaponized, the presentation of Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, Dark Horse Entertainment, and Cadence 13 Studios. Available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your shows.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage. You know, changing your oil with a full synthetic oil like Pennzoil Platinum can help your engine get more miles. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for only $37.99. Get started on your next job today with the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
And we're back at the United Center. Chicago Bulls down 109-87 with 3:31 to left here in the game in regulation. Chuck Swirsky, Bill Wennington on the call. And you look at the numbers, and you hate to say it, but three-point shooting has done the Bulls in here again tonight. Three-point line, behind the three-point line, the Bulls have been outscored 54-24 from behind the three-point line, and that's the game right there. And we are actually going to get to see Tony Bradley's checking into the game for the Bulls right now. This will be his 12th game of the season.
Yep.
coming in, going to get a little run here. Last 3 minutes, and again, a great opportunity for guys and coaches to get a look at guys playing the game. Extend if you get to play more than a minute, more than 2 minutes, extended minutes. See what you do, running up and down the floor a little bit.
Bulls with Terry, Bradley, Levine, Dosumu, and White. Again, Nikola Vucevic out of the ball game, recorded his 10th double-double. In his last 11, his 37th of the season. 22 points, 16 rebounds, free throw good. 109-87 Milwaukee.
And Zach Levine checking out of the game now.
Yep.
As Jones checks back in.
Yep. Levine took a foul to get out of the ball game. Malcolm Hill pops off the bench. Malcolm played in the first quarter, 3 minutes.
And Io coming out of the game now as Hill checks in.
Well, Bill, you know what? Maybe the best thing for the Bulls is just to get away, clear their head, so to speak, get away from the game, decompress for a week or so, get ready for a couple of games here. Brooklyn and Washington, both huge games, by the way, not only for the Bulls, but also for the Wizards, who are battling for a play-in spot along with the Bulls in the Eastern Conference. They're playing out west. Carter comes up shooting left wing three, no long rebound to Hill. And the Nets, Bill, with a brand new roster, so to speak, after major changes with Dallas and Phoenix. Bradley curls no, jump hook right hand short, rebound Bucks. Thanasis Antetokounmpo advances right full court. So again, Bulls have a lot of work to do as Bradley with a swan on Antetokounmpo. Dalen Terry, right wing Malcolm Hill, three ball up and good. Nothing but net for Malcolm Hill. Very nice young man. Writes a blog with his former Illini teammate, Bill.
Oh, my. Okay. There are 2 minutes left in the game, sponsored by Insurance Spot. Start saving today with Chicagoland's #1 auto insurance agency. That's it. You should write a blog, Charlie.
Well, I write daily column, Bill, Bulls.com.
Yeah, but that's not really a blog. It's just
it's not a blog.
Chuck checks in. I read that. That's how I get all my information. That's why I know so much.
So, but Bill, with the Nets and the Wizards, and then the Bulls hit the road with a back-to-back with Toronto and Detroit. Detroit is definitely in the lottery, and they're in the Victor and Scoot sweepstakes.
Yeah, they have just 15 wins.
Toronto, Bill, they're in the same position like the Bulls and the Wizards. They're trying to move up the ladder in the East.
They are Toronto. They're on a 2-game winning streak right now. They're playing. Right. They
won 5 or 6.
Well, they got Pirtle, and he had a big game.
Had a big game.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. Free throw up and good by Beauchamp. Yep. So, again, Bill, right out of the gate in the second half, you got to come ready to play.
Yes.
Bill, we haven't been to Denver yet.
So, Charlie, I love it. You're saying the second half. You mean in the last 23 games. We've been in the second half for a while.
Yes. Kobe. And they go up top now to Carlik Jones. Jones, Malcolm Hill, dials up a left side three, no rebound Green.
2 minutes.
AJ Green, 21 minutes with 15 points and 2 rebounds.
So pretty good.
5 threes. Matthews three ball, left side, no. And then we have down the floor, we're going to have a jump with Thanasis along with Kobe. 1:48 to play here in the fourth. 111-91 Milwaukee. Bill, how about conditioning for a player? I mean, did they work out during the All-Star break? Do they just put the ball down and resume in about 5 days, to return to practice? Or do they kind of do some cardio in a couple of days to get ready?
It all depends on where you are in your rotation, how many minutes you play during the regular season. But you're going to take 3 days off and pretty much for 3 days relax a little bit. Then some guys will start to work out a little bit. If you're a guy that plays a lot.
On the runway, a two-handed slam dunk, Malcolm Hill. Go ahead.
A nice pass down. Now, but if you're a guy that plays heavy minutes, you might take the whole time off and not play at all and just try to clear up the aches and pains that you have, especially. And this is a different year. This is the latest. I mean, we've played so many games already. The Bulls coming into it played 58 games here.
Amakelishvili for three on the right side. No offensive rebound. Thanasis Antetokounmpo, and he is fouled by Marko Simonovic. Marco playing in his third game. And again, Marco seeing a lot of activity this season with the Windy City Bulls.
Yep. So Green right now, you're talking about, he's matched his season career highs with 15 points, 22 minutes right now with 1 minute 25 left. So minutes he'll probably beat. If he scores again, he'll have a new career high.
Thanasis up, out. Costas, another brother who played for the Windy City Bulls, but he's playing ball, I believe, Bill, where in Turkey?
Yeah, he's making a little bit more money in Turkey, so he opted out of his contract to go overseas and play.
Thanasis makes a free throw, shakes his head to the crowd who wanted a sandwich.
A hot dog?
A sandwich?
A hot dog? With
Terry.
mayonnaise?
Dalen Terry, 26 minutes tonight, 11.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Tony Bradley Jr. for 3 in the left corner.
Oh, my. I was watching
his third triple of the ball game, or rather of the season, in 5 attempts.
It's pretty good.
Yep. 112.96 Bucks. Green, behind the back pass to Matthews. They go back to A.J. Green. Right side 3, hit the heel, no. Rebound, Carlik Jones. The lead pass, sideline right to Dalen Terry. Turns baseline right with a reverse good. Dalen Terry now with 13.
Terry with a nice. He really put together a nice game.
Yes,
he played
he did.
some extended minutes. Terry playing 26 minutes tonight. I think looking really good, showing the energy throughout the whole game.
Thanasis all the way to the rim. No. Rebound, Bradley. 30 seconds to go. 112.98 Milwaukee. Bulldozing his way to the rim, and that's Tony Bradley Jr. with back-to-back hoops. So, in 3 minutes, Bradley with 5 points.
There you go.
And Milwaukee's just going to spread the floor, eat the clock. I doubt they're going to shoot. We have 8 on the shot clock, 10 seconds left in the ball game. 112-100 Bulls. And they're going to take the turnover. With 1.3 left, Bulls will inbound and head to the All-Star break. So the Bulls lose their 6th in a row. Milwaukee wins for the first time over the Bulls this year. We'll be in Milwaukee in early April. Ball game over. Bucks 112 and the Bulls 100. We'll be back in a moment right here. 670 The Score. Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey Sports. For even more coverage of your team, download the free Odyssey app and listen to your favorite stations, shows, and podcasts.
This has been a presentation of Chicago Bulls basketball and 670 The Score on the Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network. Brought to you by BetMGM, Napleton Mazda Group, Remy Martin, Northwestern Medicine Urology, and Four Winds Casinos. Get everything Bulls basketball anytime. The latest news, stats, video highlights, and more at 670thescore.com. Remember to listen to every Chicago Bulls game right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's official radio home of the Bulls. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Bulls fans, Nikola Vucevic here. This is your official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball. Listen every moment of the action right here on Sports Radio 670 The Score and the Odyssey app.
The 23rd annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Join us at Odyssey as we all do our one thing, together millions of things, for our planet. Raise a fine glass of wine to your sweetheart and the environment. First, don't get hung up on packaging. Many great wines now come in boxes, which produce half the overall emissions that bottles do. Also, cardboard is just as easily recycled as glass. Finally, look for estate wines, where all grapes are grown on the vineyard and not trucked in from distant locations. When we each share our one thing, it becomes 100 things, 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things for our planet. What's your one thing?
After crashing my bike, further testing revealed the unthinkable: aggressive prostate cancer. I'm Dave, and when my first hospital said they couldn't remove the tumor, I turned to the team at Northwestern Medicine.
Top ranked in Illinois for cancer and urology by U.S. News and World Report, Dave's team used breakthrough robotic surgery to remove his tumor.
Because of my team, this was a race I won.
Northwestern Medicine offers second opinions for all types of urologic conditions, because what makes us better makes you better.
Welcome to the Chicago Bulls postgame show on 670 The Score and the Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network. Brought to you by Bed Rivers, Roofers and Waterproofers Local 11, Curry Ford of Valpo, and Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. Here's Chuck Swirsky.
Another recap sponsored by Curry Ford of Valpo. Curry Ford of Valpo, the destination for lifted trucks and Ford performance vehicles. We're going to recap the ball game in a moment, but first, station ID on your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
David Hall here. Let's talk Bulls on the Mully and Haw Show. Mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app, WSCR and HD Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago.
An undermanned Bulls roster suffered their sixth straight defeat to an undermanned Bucks roster tonight here at the United Center. Milwaukee lost Giannis Antetokounmpo in the first half after he sustained a right wrist injury. He did not return. Milwaukee got 33 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocked shots in 33 minutes for veteran big man Brook Lopez. Grayson Allen with 10. Javon Carter out of Proviso East went 9 of 13 from the field. He buried 4 of 5 threes. He finishes with 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Drew Holiday had a 15.6 board, 9 assist game. Off the bench, Beauchamp with 2, Ingles with 5, Matthews with 5, Manishkilishvili with 2. A.J. Green, he drained 5 threes, poured in 15 off the bench. Thanos Antetokounmpo with 1. Milwaukee shot 45%, 38% from threes. They went 14 of 18 from the foul line. They out-rebounded the Bulls 52-51. They had 24 assists, only 9 turnovers, as Milwaukee outscored the Bulls from three-point country in this ball game, 54-30. Levine with an 18-point game. Patrick Williams with 16 and 5. The Vooch back to his double-double self with 22 points, 16 rebounds. That's his 37th on the year. Kobe with 8. Dosunmu with 7. Drummond with 5. Dalen Terry set season and career highs. The rook out of Arizona played 27 minutes off the bench and was terrific. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. He was flying all over the floor, and his enthusiasm and passion was appreciated by the crowd at 20,308. Malcolm Hill had 5. Carlik Jones with 1, Tony Bradley with 5, but the Bulls shot only 38%, 31% from three-point range, 16 of 21 from the foul line, and the Bulls turned it over only 6 times and had 19 assists. Again, the final, Milwaukee 112 and the Bulls 100. The Bucks now trail Boston for the top spot in the East by only a half game. Milwaukee wins their 12th in a row, and they go to 41-17 on the year. The Bulls drop their 6th straight. They are 7 games under 500 at 26-33. Up next for the Bulls, a week from Friday, the Brooklyn Nets come to town, and we'll be on the air. That's a 9 p.m. tip time, and we'll be on the air at 8:45 pregame coverage right here on the Bulls Network. Many thanks to Sean Sears, Adam Stasinski, Tyler Buterball, and, of course, the great Rich Wyatt spinning the dials here at the United Center. In a moment, Alyssa Bergamini and Bill Wennington recap the ball game. Alyssa will have all the scores of all the games in the NBA. This is Chuck Swirsky. Always a pleasure. We'll return in a moment right here from the United Center on 670 The Score and your Horizon Therapeutics Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, Zach Levine here. This is where the Bulls play. Listen to every game right here on the Bulls Radio Network, Chicago's official radio home for Chicago Bulls basketball.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
The 23rd annual Chicago Polar Plunge, presented by Jackson, is coming up on Sunday, March 5th at North Avenue Beach. Be part of the fun of this iconic winter tradition and help Special Olympics Chicago, special children's charities, support athletes with intellectual and development disabilities in all 77 city neighborhoods. Join a team with family and friends or start a corporate team for an unforgettable experience. Come on, Chicago, take the plunge. Sign up today at chicagopolarplunge.org.
Thanks for streaming The Score. The Parkins and Spiegel Show on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
Pat Mahomes Sr. is our guest.
We thought he was going to be the third pick overall, go to Chicago. And then once they traded up and got Mitch, it kind of hurt him.
Thank you, Pat. That's Pat Mahomes Sr.
There's so much there.
And I'm just honestly sick to my stomach.
That is stunning.
I need a beverage.
Danny Parkins, Matt Spiegel. Afternoons 2 to 6 on Chicago Sports Radio 670 The Score. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Searching for fun ways to spend your tax return? Boats for cats. Oh, flotation devices for cats. Don't waste it all on something silly. Spend smarter with Straight Talk. Get our Silver Unlimited plan for $45 a month with unlimited high-speed data and with nationwide 5G. Plus, get a Samsung A13 5G for only $99.99, down from $149. If you're looking to get the most out of your refund, your search ends here. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. See latest terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
At the Home Depot, we know the world is a messy place. Keeping it clean takes science. That's why businesses everywhere have long trusted cleaning products from Ecolab to take on the toughest messes. And now, that level of clean is available for your home. Introducing Ecolab Scientific Clean, a full line of professional-grade cleaning products for all your home's needs, so you can clean like you mean business. Now available exclusively at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
So the Bulls lose their sixth in a row. Milwaukee wins for the first time over the Bulls this year. We'll be in Milwaukee in early April. Ball game over. Bucks 112 and the Bulls 100.
Well, a third time was not the charm for the Chicago Bulls. After winning the first two against the Bucks this season, the Bucks stepped into the United Center with hot hands. The winners now of 12 straight Milwaukee takes down the Bulls 112-100 as the Bulls go 7 now under 500. And they rack up their sixth straight loss. Bulls drop to 26-33 overall, 16-13 at home, and the Bucks earn their 41st win this season. The Bulls and Bucks will meet for the fourth and final time of the regular season on April 5th in Milwaukee, but the Bulls still lead the series 2-1. And with that being said, welcome to Bulls post-game courtside at the United Center. I'm Melissa Bergamini. Thank you so much for joining in. And alongside me, it is three-time NBA champ. It is Bill Wennington. Bill, now, despite a loss, the Bulls kept themselves in this one. Now, it was a watered-down roster for the Bulls. Giannis left in the second quarter, so that gave them a little bit more of the momentum. But I would say that the Bulls showed a little bit more grit and energy moving the ball than we've seen in some previous losses. How did you think that the Bulls held their own tonight against a tough Milwaukee Bucks team?
Who won the second half?
Let me pull up the stats here. The second half?
Yeah.
You're making me do math now.
No, I won't. It was tied. Okay. No one won the second half.
I'm looking at these numbers, trying to do quick math.
Yeah, it was my strong third quarter, 24-24. Fourth quarter, 27-27.
Yes.
They lost the second quarter by 2, 27-25. Granted, again, Giannis got hurt in the second quarter. He only played 9 minutes tonight. And they beat the Bulls by 10 in the first quarter, 34-24. One would have to think if Giannis was there, it would be different. Maybe the Bucks win another quarter or two by a little bit. But I think the Bulls kind of got a hang of things, and I want to give props to your guy because I know you like him a lot, Dalen Terry.
I do.
He came in and played with a lot of energy, and I think that's transcended down through the guys, and it picked things up. And granted, the Bulls did not shoot the three ball very well. The Bucks made 8 more 3-point shots